This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Yamamunyina kwaba na enenso scandal no yegyinem pa National Petroleum Authority scandal na epim wonte ho asem ye Mr. Fahami hey mesi kam tele report me say pram hey amanfo de Ghana papa waitress amanfo be ko jail when there was a man for Koji one. We shall make a sambre.
That time we na ofrija to we or prepare. My catcher Ghana for say the NPP is a very dangerous political party. They don't care about any of you guys. The NPP, their only thing a woman say, come in, steal, the people will forget. That's all that they've been doing from 1992, 1996. That is what they have been doing. 2000 Omoba power. The NPP, almost one concept. Go and enrich yourself. And when you enrich yourself, when you deprive the people of what they need, they will forget. And Intina, John Mahama Kacha Ghana for say, we should not have short memories. Because your short memories in Kwasiya for say, they get the opportunity to steal from us. And the NPP today, and they're the same people who oversaw the biggest corruption in the history of the world and Africa. No? They are sitting in parliament. Samuel Abu Jinapor, 2024 elections, the constituency, your bonipa to Ochinchimo Binsan or G seat. No? Samuel Abu Jinapor is one of the most corrupt politicians in Ghana. Today, he's sitting in parliament freely because nobody questioned him, nobody held his neck. Nobody held his neck to ask him, say, your mau opportunity to be the minister. No? What did you do? Samuel Abu Jinapor ABA your forest eman konfoso munkomu no mkoye mining. Chema wuntumi munya access into our forest. Essay and say ewo Ghana bebre no eye Samuel Abu Jinapor, such a fool. Today stands in parliament to debate. After election, my businessman me $10,000 on for me. I should stop speaking about him. Samuel Abu Jinapor. This is the second time I'm saying this. I told that businessman friend of yours that I don't need it. Samuel Abu Jinapor. That was when in the constituency I was sitting here telling Ghanaians that he wasn't elected legally. He went to a businessman in Ghana. These people, I don't respect any of them. These are criminals who are growing in a political party that grooms criminals. They don't respect you people. And look at this guy, this drama guy. And you see the things he was doing. Kenyama na all year in opposition. Wallahi. And I've said it on my show so many times. The reason why I'm on akwa we are say, or the Quran, or the religion, politics. And then I'm chilling no abrabum. In opposition, it was always about the Quran. And people like that are dangerous people. Allah despises them. Time their end fair. Because you see, Allah the omnipotent, Allah the merciful, our time, and He knows the end of every man. But sometimes we men, we push ourselves to our end quickly, and such people are the kind of people that if say they destroy themselves from within, they implode. And Mustafa Hamid, his political career has been about using the Quran, using the name of Allah, using the words of Muhammad, using the Quran to lie to people to just win political power. So from the day I never liked him till today. And Obiahu, the kind of person he is, when he was given the opportunity to serve his own people, he ended up conniving with other people to steal. Today, he's standing before court. He needs to prove himself. He needs to answer questions. And every day we keep telling Ghana for the NPP is a dangerous political party. You know it and I know it. They change their names, they change their tone, they change who they are, but they are still the same disease of human beings. People who have come together, a cluster of criminal-minded They're individuals who only think about themselves. Now, we are going to talk about this today. Team, can we go? I'm in green light in free me team no ho. Team, are we good to go? Now we'll be discussing this today. I'll be reading every single statement investigations na OSP you know. My catcher OSP say in Trona Ocha Ghana for no, I will expose him professionally. And I don't hate him as a person. I respect him as a human being, I respect him as a Ghanaian. But his style, Odi Ejuma, and then the professionalism, no, it is not right. The OSP is not being truthful to Ghanaians. And that is my problem with him. You know, we are not perfect. But when you take the people for granted and you want to use the little opportunity we give you, the office we give you, to think say you can use that to intimidate the same people who basically came together to give you that position, then you become a nuisance. Then you become an albatross. You become a problem on the necks of the people who gave you the power. And internet, I have a big problem with the OSP now, because consistently the inconsistencies in the kind of things he does is showing say he's not somebody we can fully trust to run Ghana's Special Prosecutor's Office independently and without any glitches or any kind of being conflicted. It has always been something I'm a catcher Ghana for. Kisieja being, we all at the end from the beginning we thought to say he was going to make a difference. Today he is struggling to reclaim what he sees as his integrity back. He is struggling. Kenufuriata Tamate, we have seen it. So many issues. This thief. Paul Adumoche, this thief, he cannot even prosecute a slimy, dirty, stinking thief like Paul Adumoche. Cecilia Dapa, a thief like Charles Bissiu. These are basic, low-hanging fruit. But because the OSP is complicit, because the OSP has been involved in some conversations and some kind of activities behind the scenes, you know, he's finding it difficult to strike because he knows to say, so I'll strike here, now I'll strike it deeper. He might be affected. The reason why the OSP cannot leave that office is because the only thing the only thing that is protecting him is the officer. Edini Dan say OSP and not only intimidating Nipa. And the reason why he cannot resign, and can resign it, he's made money. He told us he had his money before he became OSP, and when he became OSP too, he has been paid good money. But the reason why he cannot leave this office is because that is the only firewall around him to me protecting him from people one way or the other. He did not deal well with them. The problem you know, Nipebia went to me or they onya to me no one thing in Brakwansu when dealing. He is scared that when he steps away, those people will come after him. That is Kisieja Jaben's biggest problem on earth. Now, let me go straight and take care of business. All right, let's go. Now, this is what we'll be discussing. We'll be discussing a year investigation report on suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses involving Mustafa Abdul Hamid, Jacob Kwabena Imua, and Wendy Newman. Team, I'm getting some feeds behind me, team. Yeah. Now, nipa na almost a report we mu no. So we read the report na maybe reading in actual. OSP PK sankofo we nyina na ebusa o manu asem na mo ye investigations and what they uncovered. A investigation report. Now, introduction is said on the 3rd February 2025. The Office of the Special Prosecutor received a petition from Mr. Benjamin Ejapon of Olusegun Obasanjo High Street, Roman Ridge, Accra. Mr. Ejapon, a member of the petroleum downstream sector, raised concerns regarding corruption and corruption-related offenses involving Mr. Jacob Kwabena Imua, the coordinator of the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, that is the UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority. Inti OSP say, omunya petition bi from Abrante bi a friend of Mr. Benjamin Ejapon or say oba eye NPA eye omo Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund eye sa department no omo hwe so no eye Mr. Kwabena eye Kwamena Ewua ene some other people there no omo di dream bi wo ho nti OSP ye na adwene say obehwehwe saa nsɛm nim ene na ekobie eye efunu nani a ye behu krono a Mustafa Hamid ene omo a omo wo ho no omo abo now nipa sebio ye bobo mu din e wo report nim no eyi eje omo no asɛm a ye omo investigations no omo na omo didi sui abrante we friend Isaac Mensa na oka omo a ende eye special prosecutor and say omo yetoto omo no omo nyina edin ewo edien ewo sa report we mu abrante we so ye friend no Kweku Aboaje ono so na oka omo mo edi bone edi dream ewo eye NPA ho a under Ekufuado omo no so no OSP etoto omo no yewo obi te say eye Mustafa Abdul Hamid ono so ono na eye the head of NPA ono na edi dwumakuo no nyina enima na oye CEO of NPA abayo bi a your friend Wendy Newman ono so na oye dwuma wo ho later be kire obi a ne position dwuma de omudi wo ho ono so yeto na no investigations no yehu eye dream ene bone a wedi yewo abrante bi so your friend Bright Bediako Mensa ono so asem no ekan bi ono so yeto na no ewo dwuma de anim abrante a your friend Albert Ankra ono so na owo NPA ono so oye den ye yeto na no investigations no ebi pie mu se ono so dream ene keta hyehyɛ no na oka ho bi ena abrante a your friend Jacob Kwamena Emua ono ena enam ne so a petition ne baaye sebio ye kyerɛ no ho petition a ekofa investigations ni nyina e baaye so nkofo we nyina no na yetoto wo ma no na abrante baako a OSP odi dwumadie ni nyina wie oyi ni din free mu se we die ompesode ne beka no ye frɛ no Perry Okujato abrante we ebia mu a munim no and Ekufuado 2017 this man na oye deputy information minister na oni Mustafa Hamid ene wo information ministry eho no ena ostati eye dwuma ema Ekufuado I'm sorry oye dwuma ema Ekufuado as a deputy minister of information now sa brantie where friend Perry osa be ye deputy edien Mrs. get me osa ene Mustafa Hamid esa kopie edien ekopie eye NPA ena na oye Mustafa Hamid ni deputy or NPA so this guy he worked with Mustafa Hamid at the information ministry and then he ended up working with Eddie Mustafa Hamid at the NPA as his deputy. The Dean Eddie Perry Okujato, people know him very well. Sam Okujato, sa man na aya kronfo na odi Ekufuado echi or say na our general legal counsel so amaka Dean na asem wa hano ne wo fasini. This guy too is one person the special prosecutor is trying to shield. Inti special prosecutor Erua court no he took this guy and some other guys, their name out of the people who committed the crime. Besides Mr. P, it was information ministry and where? He was also deputy at the sports ministry and the Ekufuado. Into this Perry Okujato, he was deputy twice. Information ministry, he was deputy information minister, and he also became deputy sports minister. And then he followed Mustafa Hamid to NPA as the deputy CEO. So you can see, say, he's been working with Mustafa Hamid for a very long time. They know each other. They've been friends for a long time. They cordially meet, discuss things, and they agree easily. This guy, special prosecutor investigations what you realize and say, Abrantewe and some few people be in the part 2, which is tomorrow, no, and once so much because tomorrow we'll be talking about the findings. Today we are talking about the investigations, no. Or part 2, no, we will talk about the findings. Now, anytime I catch a kind of force, say, Mutie MPP for na MPP for Kasa, you have to ignore them. Omo Mujina Parliament, 90% of them they are criminals. And these are things they don't want you people to hear. And that is why I've taken it upon myself. Say, I'll be breaking everything down to you. Number one, the danger, the seriousness. Bonia, near a team, and why we are not supposed to listen to MPP. Say MPP needs a TV so Kasa wa bottom. Intianya den yemetuma MPP ana. Should we vote for Baumiana? Yentuma Kennedy ana. Yentuma Kobdeja. Yenya den. Now let's go into the wagon. All right, team. Now let's start from the top. See, I started free surah. This is what you see. Let's read this. Now, I'm going to be reading every single person. Wait, dear friend, Kobna, give me the name. Jacob Kobna. Jacob Kobna, no, or then I may be reading investigations, no. The OSP, I discover Omujina so Omude air day, say Omude Nako Echo Court, Ako Jailino. Now, wait, now no some any investigations, so they will find it out. Bonia Odi no any. All right. Now, on 17th, Jacob Kobna Imua, UPP coordinator, NPA. When and I eda UPP nano. On 17 February 2025, at approximately 1800 hours, 2 operatives from the National Security escorted and handed over Mr. Jacob Kobna Imua, coordinator of the Unified Petroleum Price Fund, UPPF, to authorized officers of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. He was accompanied by his legal representatives, Mr. Kobna Eje Buahene and Mr. Kakari Buache Yadom, both of Eagle AB and K Law, for interviewing. Jacob Kobna Imua joined the National Petroleum Authority as the coordinator director of the Unified Petroleum, let's move forward, Unified Petroleum Price Fund in or around April 2008. Into 2008, and as Jacob Kobna Iwawi joining a NPA. Now, his core responsibilities include, and I say, Nyoma na oyenwo eye NPA ninye. 1. Overseeing the day-to-day administration of the UPPF, processing monthly UPPF claims, forwarding processed claims to the UPPF Management Committee for approval. He explained that the UPPF Management Committee is composed of representatives from the following entities: tanker owners unions, Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company Limited, BOST, Oil Marketing Companies, OMCs, the UPPF Fund Coordinator, 2 co-opt members, the Finance Director and Policy Coordinator of the NPA. The committee is chaired by Chief Executive Officer, CEO of NPA, that is Mustafa Hamid. Now, Momianko in Semnim. Mr. Imua further stated that he is not a signatory to the UPPF account. The board chairman and the CEO of the NPA are the only authorized signatories to that account. He emphasized that he has no authority to approve or authorize disbursement from the PPF. In Tiatoto na no say ono oye in charge of UPPF no. Ono he is not in charge of signing any document. Seba enkrata sema or den in Sasha say UPPF eye petrol diesel den a efa eye den MP nsema omudi hu dwuma no. The Juma die no ono de emra ema no kwan se omfa nsa ensha krata bia se en sign document bia into ono de answer odema investigators no OSP officers say omfa nsa ensha krata bia se momienko enim. Now, Mr. Imua disclosed that he maintains personal bank accounts with the following financial institutions. Yadoto na nubusa say na wo bank account o say ani and as bank account is saying or and a bank is saying na usika or say our accounts or Absa Bank, our accounts or GT Bank, our accounts or UBA, our accounts or Fidelity Bank, our accounts or Republic Bank, our accounts or Zenith Bank, and our accounts our Stanbic Bank. This is just the UPPF coordinator. Our NPA, our 7 accounts are all running. The investigations they discover, I don't know, things they admitted to during the interrogation and the investigations. Or see or no, Mr. Imuano, our 7 accounts, 7. Absa, GT, UBA, Fidelity, Republic Bank, Zenith Bank, Stanbic Bank. Now, young queen. However, he could not provide the details or bank balance of the above mentioned account. Yebusane say, "Accounts we sika say na dida dem osi onim." When tumi anka nkyere OSP say accounts we sika say the dem osi ni nyina ye na account and so onim sika edem. Now yanko enim. In response to the allegation that he deposited $10 million into his son's bank account, Mr. Ewa denied any knowledge of such a transaction. He recalled, however, that in 2023 he gave his son the Ghana cedi equivalent of approximately $26,000 to facilitate his admission to a university in the United States. OSP Busan said, "Oh, yeah, investigations here will say a year afi be 2023 ho baby. Odi sika be $10 million eko gu accounts bi o se ono de onye bibia sa. Na kai say mre bi or the be $26,000 e de man ne ba say ne ba ne fantua ne school fees to America. Or your UPPF director coordinator NPA keke or 7 accounts or to be sending $26,000 man the buy school America fee paying MPP for no listen now me say what is MPP for case of parliament ignore them now ko anima he disclosed that his monthly salary at NPA is 60,000 or say MPA they trying to cash 60,000 old Ghana states no 600 million sika na owo under Ikufuado or the Mustafa Hamid wono na oye the UPPF coordinator na need try to cash 60,000 a month. That is Tete Ghana Sikano 600 million. Now, in addition to his official income, Mr. Emwa indicated that he provides, let's go on. He provides advisory services to prospective license applicants and some oil marketing companies. Or see, apart from the 60,000 a month, you know, or say a consultant Emma oil marketing companies and some oil companies bia oye juma momo enti ama onyesika. Now Mr. Emwa revealed that he owns the following assets: a 3-bedroom house in Colchester, United Kingdom, two mortgaged properties located in Texas, United States. Or catch investigators the investigations in your room no or jitu mu say our dying 3-bedroom house be Colchester UK e dan a watoa or the sika toye and also ba America Texas or dan mienu a otua a mortgage sika otua e funded dan say e ba be ne dia sa dan mienu wo Texas ni nyina e ne dia or your UPPF coordinator NPA or your buying edumani you trying to cash 600 million Ghana cedis a month. Now, investigations in the he denied ownership of properties in Dubai, contrary to allegations made against him. Or say in confusion or dying with Dubai, only dying with Dubai, Texas, Mienu, and Abako, our Colchester in the UK. Now, Mr. Emwa confirmed that Miss Frida Tando works under his supervision at the NPA, but stated that he has no personal dealings with her. Inti mami bi din be my friend Miss Frida Tando or say on any personal dealings bia. He acknowledged that Miss Wendy Newman, is a staff member of NPA but does not work directly under his supervision. According to Mr. Emwa, Miss Newman occasionally runs errands for him, for which he has transferred funds into her bank account. Or say, maybe a friend, Madam Wendy, or no NPA. In fact, Madam Wendy, no one should answer direct. Now, on the obeja to say, Madam Wendy no osmas mani ye didi djumadi bi ma no na okai kra bo say Madam Wendy no wafa ne so e de sika bi ato accounts bi into one Wendy no aye bank transactions bi or say which he has transferred funds into her account on one kasa transfer sika bi ama Madam Wendy no so ye djuma ho into ambo sika ne bo but Wendy now say on shana directly or run errand man no but transfer substantial amount bi ama Wendy da. Okay. Investigations the way OSP or China Paul releases statement saying this is on the desk of the OSP. The reason I'm doing this is to say there are some people the OSP is supposed to add to the prosecution where you are free and a year or more suspect no a lawyers edit document where I'm saying Ghana for who say OSP is lying about something. Now, Mr. Emwa confirmed that Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid served as Chief Executive Officer of the NPA from 2021 to 2024. He admitted collecting monies from oil marketing companies and remitting approximately 3 million Ghana cedis monthly from the proceeds to Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, starting from the last quarter of 2022 through to 2024. It was a Mwaka catch the investigators at the end of the day, concluded say, Mustafa Hamid, and the boss. Na the na oye say na ojiji sika free OMCs sa oil marketing companies and on am Ghana so we be a petrol station your free we say your free petrol station or say na ono ojiji sika omo na bosumi bia no na sika ojiji no tumi koma Mustafa Hamid 3 million Ghana cedis Tete Ghana is 3 million 30 billion Osina otumitam 3 million every 30 days. Sika ojiji free a year marketing oil marketing company mujiji cash yerikwa kuma Mustafa Hamid osi ono na ejiji sika no na bosumi bia no otumi jiji 3 million. This is the damage they have caused you. And the original parliament here the day. Now, when you move forward, this is what it says. Or see, he indicated that these payments were made by Jet Petroleum. Or see, oil marketing companies are no more money sika man tibia man Mustafa Hamid, you know. Jet Petroleum, number 1. Westport, energetic, and were intended as token of appreciation. Or say sika Mustafa Hamid, you know. Omutunidin token of appreciation. What work has Mustafa Hamid done for these OMCs to be giving him 3 million Ghana cedis a month and telling him that they appreciate what he has done? What Mustafa Hamid, what is he doing for the OMCs for them to be giving him money and naming that money token of appreciation? Or say oil marketing companies are nobody says Kadema Mustafa Hamid or no Jema Mustafa Hamid, you know. Petroleum, you send your friend be Jet Petroleum, Westport and energetic. Or this are 3 petroleum companies we are more Ghana no. So only more na omujiji sikana de mano na or the Mustafa Hamid 3 million Ghana cedis every month. Mr. Moa emphasized that these funds were not sourced from the Unified Petroleum. Without respect, let's move forward. Unified Petroleum Price Fund. Or this asika we enye only departments and this asika de Mustafa nemum OMCs na jiji sikana oje efri hono de Mustafa. Now, he further disclosed that he was getting 400,000 monthly from the monies collected from the OMCs monthly. Or say on Kwana, no, your man 400,000 Ghana cedis every 30 days. 30 Ghana is kind of 4 billion. Yeah, I deal with more nyabu Yankai, we're number 1, Omuya 19. Or say 30 days, Biano, your man 400,000 OMCs, no, Gangalia for no, a man of 400,000. Titiganas cano 40 billion. And then he demand 30 days. Now, he further disclosed that the monies he collected from various OMCs were distributed to the following senior officers of the NPA. And to some jiji sikari in every OMC wa na fe were distributed sikana ma senior officers are now many Mustafa Hamid juma OMC ho NPA ho na omone hwan or see not 500,000 Ghana cedis. A call Lenda Asante ho or then a deputy CEO to Mustafa Hamid. Now, a man of 500,000. Tetagana's canon almost 50 billion. Or see Obi to say, Obi a friend Perry Okujato. And to remember, as we speak today, a special prosecutor, I charge you more court. No, Perry Okujato is not part of it. And I'll tell you why special prosecutor has taken out Perry Okujato. Perry Okujato Suru, or no, now a deputy CEO to Mustafa Hamid. He was being paid 800,000 every 30 days. 80 billion old Ghana every 30 days. And also, now it is can be mano. Obia your friend Isaac Jagblate, or also near man 70,000, 700 million old Ghana. And also Ejino every day. 5 billion, sorry. 70,000, 700 million old Ghana. 500,000, 5 billion old Ghana cedis. Now, Obia your friend Dominic Abuaji, no, also 100,000. Ghana is 1 billion. And anaya demano. And Oba Obi to say Haruna Kamil, or also near man 340,000. Or also na a kasha, or no a muano, or na a Gigi Sasikano, every OMC law. No, the mass sampling for winning a busumi bia. Ain't a year lender now 5 billion old Ghana every 30 days. OMCs the Gigi de Mano. Obi to say a year Perry a year Okujato now 8 billion old Ghana cedis Yaji near the Amano. Obi to say a year Isaac Jagbate now 70,000 700 million old Ghana near the Amano. Every 30 days. From 2022, 2023, 2024, every 30 days. That was the money they were giving to them. Now, He emphasized that the funds were received in cash and were given by the OMCs as tokens of appreciation. Or see, in the investigations, no, or catch the investigators say, yes, Sikana near Tamno bag money at the bread. Hey, Jack, I was saying 934. Or see, yet a more catch OSP investigations now, or see, Sikano, now only the good bag physical cash. Any time of the breno. Or see, he emphasized that the funds were received in cash and were given by the OMCs as token of appreciation. That the amount received ranged from 20,000 to 2 million Ghana. Until OMCs between 20,000, a bit between 2 million. OMC, or your marketing company, so many NPA, you know, will be to me time 20,000, 40,000, 50, 100, 300, will be to me time 2 million. Ghana cedis near their back, or some of the Eguba give me a book of the Congo. Now, on 18th February 2025, suspects Jacob Kwamina Emua provided further team. My team is saying that they don't even pay their taxes. So this one is straight cash. We for bank bia we for bia into OMCs no to be 2 petroleum and the kufu do be to be in cash. Then Abeka Mustafa Hamid a corner Sikano or then the executives and the kufu all be a petrol could because OMCs no normal to chain no be at 20 petroleum because he can be on Mustafa Hamid be on the petrol come mona mubetia and the kufu OMCs no petrol omanum ton petrol get obi on the price o say I didn't try high for how was so that they are paying a lot in cash to Mustafa Hamid and his people. Now young queen documents in the Dawson. Now on the 18th of February 2025, suspect Jacob Kwamina Emua provided further statement to investigators. He acknowledged his acquaintance with James Ahiadome, describing him as both a colleague in the petroleum industry and a chairman of the Tanker Owners Union. Now he stated that he had previously borrowed money from Mr. Ahiadome, which he repaid. In addition to these loans, he admitted to receiving cash gift from Mr. Ahiadome with amount ranging between 10,000 Ghana cedis and 250,000 Ghana cedis. You see, you busa the questions also. Oh, Tanker Union for no, chairman no. Your friend Mr. Ahiadome, Tankers Owners Union. Petrol, with the tanker cover petrol no and distribute around the nation. Union no, Papa no dan your friend Mr. Ahiadome. Sa Papa Emua we say no de ne ka. Na ode ne kan kro tia na echire kwa na papa ne be chair ne gift be 250,000 to Ghana's can 2.5 billion or the chair no gift keke oh je 2.8 na mo de minimum just mo de mo man nyoma simple sa keke 250,000 gift. All right, sa nkwasiafo na Azuri Manesa Azuri ga che Ghana for so John Mahama te power no yes obi be che John Mahama Ford nkwasiafo weje 2 billion and the kufuado Manasa Azuri why the numisa ayuom the nimu tantan today he's trying to prove himself to his northern brothers after destroying Sada kwasia. But we will move on, we come to that matter now. Now Mr. Emua also confirmed that he knows Nana Yao Asare Amwa, an NPA employee and his subordinate at the UPPF secretariat. However, he denied ever giving him money to deposit or hold in his personal bank account. Additionally, he confirmed that he had transferred funds to the UBA bank account of Wendy in Wendy's name. Mr. Emua said, "Oh, or transfer Sikabi command Wendy no, or no, our MP or no accounts our UBA." Now he reiterated that to the best of his recollection, he had not given money to anyone beyond the individuals named in his earlier statement of 18 February 2025. In his subsequent statement to the OSP, he changed his statement and claimed that in the first quarter of 2023, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, then CEO of NPA, instructed him to raise funds from OMCs to support his party's political campaign activities. Later, SIA investigations no ban or say, "Oh, the American me pesa me saka no kura ba ku bi wom e no mo se den o se o me first den statement me maye no me sa de foforo be kan ni nyina ne say 2023 Mustafa Hamid na oye CEO no ofre me ka kire me say mengigi sika ewo OMCs ni nyina ho na saa sika no ye de kwa boa Bawumia campaign ema Bawumia wini power or de ko boa MPP campaign that time when na flag bearer of MPP Mahamudu Bawumia na or de omo gigi OMC sika into Mustafa Hamid man instructions say gigi sika we nyina na ye mfa nko support to Bawumia campaign MPP campaign and then kwasiafo gina parliament ye dede. Now so I want to say how many of these people in parliament today went to Mustafa Hamid for money. In the future, I will list the number of MPP MPs Mustafa Hamid Mao Musika to support their campaign. Kwasiafo gina parliament so mu ye debate. Kwasiafo na muti omo so mu ye debate. Now, into see Mustafa Hamid man instructions say on Gigi Sikanfree OMCs no na omofan support MPP Bawumia campaign. Now suspect Amwa or Emua also addressed the electronic cargo tracking system ERDMS introduced by NPA in 2019. Mokai near Tiara Bawumia ko lanche adebu otemaport so omo a new tracking system biaba ye de bebo eye cars na etwe eye petrol no ho no sebio omo metwe petrol so every NPA no sa petrol nyo metuma track mokai Bawumia de ko lanche sa de no otemaport. They knew what they were doing. Now yanko enim he stated that prior to becoming UPPF coordinator, he did not know who owned the system. Or see, before I didn't beto sa UPPF no crasso, say on the head no, na onim ni pass our system ni ene dia. 2019 omo launches sa dia no, nipa na obe head sa department na petrol bia ye be twen fam wo Ghana was ye hu petrol amount, liter, quantity no. Or see that or head this department, you know, not SaaS software, and SaaS system, no, onim ni pay any dia. Onim company crow more run SaaS software, no. He didn't have an idea. Now, young queen, he clarified that the ERDMS was developed to enable electronic trading of petroleum products between OMCs and bulk distribution companies, that's the BDCs, and was not designed to flag OMCs that exceeded their lifting capacities. Also, person catch Ghana for say, SaaS system about Umiabe launch in 2019. It was designed to say, a year OMCs, any petroleum products now, petroleum products between OMCs and bulk distributing companies. Or say, omu design is say OMCs, any BDCs, no, say omu move a petrol and a petroleum product in and out. I'm bet my monitor. Now, man introduces side the say obi air chifema OMCB air chifem. So obi ria a bit my monitor. Into us side no. It was not to monitor and save us any money. It was just to monitor the OMCs and the BDCs. But say Yanyankasa, when the product gets to us, how we can make sure say the system can check people who are siphoning, people who are stealing from us. No, I said that system wasn't built to do that. Now, he acknowledged knowing the following individuals who are staff of the NPA working with the UPPF Secretariat. Osaji etu Mr. Onimunkofowi Evans Asemeni Osi Onimuno. Obiso ete say. Now we with a year Now we are going to the next person. His name is Into say onim. Listen, let me clear this. Yobusan say onim Evans Amasameni or say yes. And yes, Abusan say onim Obia your friend Nana Bosomche or say yes. He, however, maintained that he never instructed any of them with money for safekeeping. On 26 March 2025, Mr. Emwa gave a further statement in response to the new findings by the investigative team regarding bank accounts held by Wendy Newman at UBA and Stabik Bank. He admitted that all transactions conducted through these accounts were carried out on his instructions. He also confirmed that he authorized all payments made by Wendy Newman from the said account. In 26 March, any friend say, UB accounts, Sikebia ye free money de gu money nyina woni mu bi say yes. When I instruct Wendy Newman, say onyi sa sika no na onko yi bi nko bebi na onyi bi mfa ngum no fa o say ane ni nyina no one na ma Wendy instructions no. Remember, Akoye Kachere say Wendy eye errant man keke. But Wendy, remember, Wendy also works at the works at the NPA. Only when a friend Wendy Newman. On nana run bank accounts a mua or 7 bank accounts, and Wendy was the one running all the bank accounts. Sika Ekomni Epinia, Wendy was the one pushing the transactions. Right. Now, let's go to NPA. Now, let's go to Wendy Newman on Osuna statement. Now, Wendy Newman, so Ediana or also Yebusa or Kanye investigations, no, actually, let's read from there. Wendy Newman, staff of National Petroleum Authority, NPA, honestly, Ejuma or NPA, Wendy Newman. So, when Wendy Newman, my member Wendy Newman, and Nimin Show, and Sana Yabona Power, we see one of the suspects, Chinwo and the Kufuado, Mustafa Hamid, NPA, no, na Oka Omwa, Omobo Dream, Eddie Dream, Area Ghana. Investigations, this is what they discovered, sorry. Now, Wendy Newman, on the 12th of February 2025, suspect Wendy Newman was arrested and subsequently interviewed. She introduced herself as an employee of the National Petroleum Authority assigned to the audit department. Or call OSP office, no, yes, or also on your friend Wendy, no, your children also on a day, a Juma or a Yedian, NPN said, or Yejuma audit department. I say she admitted knowing suspect Jacob Imua in his capacity as coordinator of the Unified Petroleum Fund, that is the UPP, Unified Petroleum Price Fund, UPPF, but denied receiving any payment from him. Also, Mr. Imua, but on the Mr. Imua. Now, Ms. Newman stated that her monthly salary is approximately 18,000 Ghana cedis, which is regularly paid to her Fidelity Bank account number. And no. Into us, on it, NPA no, ni pay 18,000 Ghana. And they be a trying pay mano. In fact, I see a trying pay no. I had to accounts number 2030 blah blah blah. UBA accounts. However, she was unable to recall her current account balance. And on Busan say into one bank account now you tell salary gum. Sika send the womb or say onim. Ye jum otum for shame to be nyabutre. Nana me dog. Hey, sorry, Nana. No homo. Where the man on a pie. Hey, Nana me dog. My hour with two. Hey, of him so. Where the man on a phone, Nana. No homo, no homo. I mean, you got when did the enemy. Now, so she further confirmed that Jacob Imua has 2 sons, Alan Imua and Joel Imua, and admitted that she had been in contact with Jacob Imua the day before her arrest. She could not, however, recall whether he had ever transferred money to her. Also, Mr. Imua pa, Mr. Imua de minimum background you from Bako Alan and from Bako Jacob. In fact, answer mo beche me krampo na me Jacob didn't come. And Obubusa said, now what's this Sikabia Koma Jacob da? Or said Dabi mean Kaisa send this Kakuma Jacob. And so I am Mr. Mua, I say, or no. Wendy and then transfers in but Wendy said on send this Biancoma Edian Imwamba. Now my Bosumi be also 18,000. It's a Ghana's kind of 180 million. Now, Yan Twaso. Now see. In a further statement on 18 February 2025, Wendy Newman admitted to holding additional bank accounts with UBA and Stanbic Bank. She explained that Mr. Jacob Imua had requested her bank account details for the purpose of giving the same to third parties to deposit monies into it for him and for her to use the money to run errands with it for him. Now, see, sir, na account na what UBA and Stanbic, no. Mr. Imwaba Jacob, no. Ebusa say, oh, on for account details, man, no. Mr. Imwabani di sika begum Emma or the Jume Biamano. Miss Newman also confirmed knowing Nanayaw Asari Amwa as a staff member of NPA and as an EKDMS officer. Now, she disclosed that she holds an investment account with GCB Bank but was unable to recall the account details at the time. She assured investigators that she will provide the information on her next scheduled reporting date. On the 26th of March 2025, Wendy Newman gave further statement in relation to the UBA and Stanbic Bank accounts. She reiterated that she maintains bank accounts with UBA and Stanbic Bank and confirmed that all transactions conducted through these accounts were carried out at the instruction of Jacob Imwa. She further admitted having received funds from Mobic Energy Ghana Limited, and 31 other OMCs on behalf of Mr. Jacob Kwamena Imwa through her UBA and Stanbic and Fidelity Bank account. Or say, or just to Mr. or UBA account and or Stanbic account. Now say, na account no. Sikana na efemuna ebemuni nyina no. Mr. Imwa, Jacob Imwa and a man instructions say, sa sika no omano emfem. No see omano mutua sika gu sa account nim no. Na OMCs be 31 OMCs and na omutua sika gu UBA and Stanbic account and any dia. But say the kudientia na oma sika ni begum ni nyina no say Mr. Imwa and a man instructions say oma sa OMCs no or your marketing companies no entua sika ngum. Now she indicated that cash receipts from Jacob and OMCs were deposited into her account with the assistance of Nana Yawasare and Kwesi Newman, her husband. I say, Sikane Begu accounts in Minano, only Kunu, I friend Mr. Kwesi Newman, or Boye, and Omotiji Giscano, any Jacob, a year, Mr. Newman, no, Neba Jacob, no, Omonana, on your Mudi Jumana, Omojiji Sikasano, Sikani in free OMCs 31, wa, Omodi Gun accounts him into only Kunu, and Mr. Imwa Neba Jacob, Omonana, Omo Ejiji Sikani na Edigu Oma, Mr. Edien Imwa. Now, she admitted that upon the instruction of Jacob Kwamena Imwa, Jacob Nankasa Animano, and Yanibano, Jacob Animano, mandate by friend Alan Bako Alan Abak, okay, Jacob Nankasa, or say, she admitted that upon the instruction of Jacob Kwamena Imwa, she made payment to Clifton Home Limited, Angel Angiquat Developers, Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, Kings Energy Limited, Propnest Limited, and Kel Logistics. I say, Mr. Ewa emani tuetua sika bi ma companies bi. Na Mr. Mwano and the man instructions say on tuetua sa sika no emama me ma companies bi. Na companies ne bi ne eye Clifton Limited, Homes Limited, otua sika ma omo. Ede na omo ye, you will see it. Arc Gates, otua developers, otua sika ma omo. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, Zonda omo ton cars pa cars, nice cars. Otua sika di bi ma Zonda. Ebi na oto cars o Zonda for no ho. Kings Energy, otua sika so ema Kings Energy from accounts nim. And it limited and Kel Logistics. Sanko for nyina Mr. Imwaman instructions say on pompe sika into momo. Ebi na Mr. Imwani omuye business bi. You get into that. Now, she, however, clarified that the funds held in her Fidelity Bank and GCB Bank accounts were her personal lifetime savings. Or say, apart from Stanbic, any idea UBA no or the business Emma Mr. Muano, only the lifetime savings no a good Fidelity any GCB accounts. Into Sasikane Gumni dear, a no one brasika, Sebio Kronuni ho, and then or the Bashana Brabokopin so be. Now, Frida Nana Ya Tando, staff member, National Petroleum Authority, or Nana Yedrunu so. Frida Nana Ya Tando. Frida Nana Ya Tando. Besides, did we have Frida's picture here? Okay, if we don't have it, try and later pull it for me. Frida Nana Ya Tando. And also a staff member, National Petroleum Authority. Intieni Emwa Ewie. On the 12th February 2025, suspect Frida Nanaya Tando was interviewed. She introduced herself as an employee of the National Petroleum Authority and stated that she currently serves as the head of operations in the Unified Petroleum Price Fund (UPPF) department, a position she had held since December 2024. She confirmed that Jacob Imwa is the current UPPF coordinator regarding the management of the fund. She explained that invoices submitted by oil marketing companies are processed by the UPPF department for approval. Once approved, Payments are effected by the head of finance at the NPA, who transfers funds directly to the accounts of the service providers. Into so on the Jumano, on the Omoyan Kratasem in area, not the command penny for 9 penny for approve, pay, Nasika also Mutiano, Omutia Ama, Omwa, Omuni Omudi Juma. Now, Ms. Tando clarified that she does not play any role in processing freight payment for transporters, nor is she involved in signing claims, approving or disbursing funds from the UPPF. Until also on the Yesika Sam, Yasin sign, Yadisika Koha, Yatuaweka also on the Dabi, so on Yebisa, or the Juman say, or Asiaho, and also Sonyoma, a Basika Sam to ye sign the Sikakoha, where the Juma way on the Osisa Juman on Yebi. Now, in addition to her monthly salary, she stated that she cannot confirm any allegation of embezzlement against Jacob Imua and denied ever receiving money from him. She emphasized that there is no personal relationship between them. Also, on Mr. Imua, omuni relationship bia ejuma keke no mo yebom oni ni ye yenhia wa ha yenin komo. Now, Okasano, she also stated that she was not aware Mr. Imua traveled abroad. Now, in addition to her monthly salary from the NPA, Ms. Tando disclosed that she earns income from a private business venture involving the distribution of toiletries. Inti, Mami a friend no eye Ms. Tando. Also, apart from the salary ni there, ono there oye supply toiletries supply no oye, ene na emaninya sika foforo nti ono there oni emua eni ebia ono de dwuma no oye ena oye toiletry supplies ene na emaninya sika. She also stated that she was aware Mr. Imua traveled abroad during his leave period about 2 years ago and confirmed seeing him at the NPA office on 7th February 2025. According to her, Mr. Imua convened a meeting with all department heads during which he announced his upcoming leave and requested that handing over notes should be prepared for his attention. Ms. Tando stated that she had not received any report or complaint about mismanagement of the funds. She clarified that she is not a member of the UPPF management committee and has not been briefed on such matters by others. Finally, she disclosed that she had personally engaged in business transactions exceeding 300,000 cedis. Later, Konosio. Why business biya onyemu sika 300,000 Ghana, which is 3 billion old Ghana. E sika oye 1 to papa biya onyaye. Ono si ejuma NPA. Inti apart from the salary no, or your transactions biya e maninya sika 300,000. That is 3 billion old Ghana cedis. Ono so Ms. Tando, ono so ne die no 300,000. Business crow oye nya 300,000 no, yetia you will get to the bottom of it. Papa we nana oye NPA CEO Mustafa Hamid ono so OSP efre no ema yetoto na no nti ono so na no asem no eho na yedu nti yanko tie Mustafa Hamid so eba ono so ne so no nsem a okaye. All right, now on the 25th of February 2025, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, was interviewed by investigators from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. He reported to the office in the company of his lawyers, Mr. A.A. Somia Amwa, Hanifa Yahaya, and Faisal Ibrahim Sisi. Upon arrival, he was placed under arrest and interviewed in the presence of his lawyers. During the interviews, Dr. Abdul Hamid denied all allegations leveled against him, including the use of public office for profit, embezzlement of UPPF funds, bribery, and corruption. He categorically stated that he has not mismanaged the Unified Petroleum Price Fund and that he is not aware of any scheme to misappropriate funds from the UPPF. Inti Mustafa Hamid on the 25th of February, na yamaneba OSP officer ye start etoto na no. Asoma kan ne se ono ombokro no oni dwum onfa bansika UPPF for anase eye sa fund na sebio ye ka se sika ewum no nipa bi a omo NPA di no se ono onim ho hwe into oba no so or the lawyers for be mienu ana miensa de di na chi ba ya obetena OSP anim a ye toto na no mumie dwudwom ne enko enim. During the interview, Dr. Abdul Hamid denied all allegations leveled against him. All right. Dr. Abdul Hamid stated that he was appointed Chief Executive Officer of the NPA on 1st of July 2021. And at that time, he had two deputies, Mr. Perry Okujato and Miss Linda Asante, who later resigned and assumed the role of Director of Planning and Monitoring. I say, 2021 I no. You busa the question so no. I say 2021 I as NPA CEO Nana Akufo-Addo and ba omi appointing no. Na okoye no, na the deputies emienu eye Perry Okujato ene ma bibi efe ne Linda Asante. Na say Linda Asante no later no, ma me resign ye and na obeye de eye the head of planning and monitoring. Inti technically ebeka eye Perry Okujato a obeye the deputy at that time. Yanko enim. Now, he mentioned that Mr. Asari Bediakon was the UPPF coordinator until his retirement in 2022, after which Jacob Kwamini Emua was appointed to take over. He confirmed he had a cordial working relationship with Jacob Emua. I say, answer Jacob Emua bana na papa bi wo ha your friend Mr. Asari Bediakon ono na head of UPPF. Na papa no resign or retire no and ye kofa obi a your friend Mr. Kwamina Emua ebehye ho. O se one Kwamina Emua omu ni ntokwa omu ye fine keke edwumem respect on sheda ni onye na damfo enye obi oni ni bokusu atafre o ye obi a omu nyina bu omu ho a omu hwa wadwuma amka hello thank you how are you that no mutwem now yanko yedim ni ndwum. Now Dr. Abdul Hamid explained the operations of the UPPF, stating that the funds is sustained through a 0.96 per liter, a 0.96 per liter deduction on petroleum products purchased by consumers. Into say UPPF read the United say petrol bia yebeto ifri aban ho bia no 0.96 liters cedis ena sebio per liter no every liter bia no omote 0.96 Ghana cedis into 96 pesos. And I'm free letter bia ye beto every petrol bia ye befa NPA nsem into onoti NPA no so what UPPF petrol bia ye beto eye de petroleum product bia ye beto every eye de omu nsem no eye aban eti 0.96 cedis which is eye 96 pesos which is sasika no eko aban ho. Now you can letters in petroleum product do not underestimate letters into what can 0.96 letters every letter biano uyi 0.96 pesos free more. Every 1 letter biano NPA at technically 96 pesos. Now sa 96 pesos no say over 100,000 letters now multiply by 96 pesos it is not small money. So over 3 million letters every single letter biano ubeyi 96 pesos e dia ma buying into UPPF no modjuma no into every single product bia ye beto every NPA nsem no Ghana buying at 96 pesos every letter bia beto free NPA ho no eno na omote nti ba NPA ho ena na o chirichirim say dwumadi a UPPF fo no omudi eno no saa UPPF no eno ena eye Mr. Kwamini eye edien Kwamini eda no now yonko enim or see these deductions are made to support the uniform pricing of fuel products across the country. He stressed that the system is designed in such a way that it is difficult for any individual to manipulate or misuse it maliciously. Or say our system ne there or more plan to obi no betume bu system no obi no betuma fa kwasa bia so ebu Ghana nti ade bi o ma ya eboa e ma petrol price na omo price no omo tumi price ni ye. Now, he further explained that the UPPF Management Committee is chaired by the CEO and includes a representative from the Tanker Owners Association, the UPPF coordinator, and a director of finance. This committee holds monthly meetings during which the coordinator provides updates on volumes lifted, shortage, and overall fund performance. And to say, UPPF Riyeshia every month be share baako na ya update here e ka ya bo infrastructure yenya sika ayira che say regular thing every agency bia omoye. Now I say Dr. Abdul Hamid also noted that as CEO he has never requested access to the electronic cargo tracking system. He elaborated on the licensing process for oil marketing companies, indicating that it costs between $200,000, $200,000 and $300,000 to obtain a license. Or say obenya license abeye an OMC, and I say ubenya license to operate as an oil marketing company. No, you need between $200,000 to $300,000, and sana yama license. Krampo say was say day udi sa adwumadie oni NPA edi sa adwumadie no. Now okone ni was say applicants are required to have at least 4 filling stations and 3 service stations, totaling 7 stations to qualify. It was the answer be crabbe to mabe OMC and also Obeton Petro Ghana and son or no Mustafa Hamid Bemani panel license. No, I was at least over 7 filling stations around the nation, and also between $200,000 to $300,000 before I bet mama or license say go and operate as an OMC. Mustafa Hamid or the OMC or the OSP nim and all my answers. Inti, this is Mustafa Hamid and the also in the confession I you know. Now, he confirmed that the authorized signatories to the UPPF account are the CEO, Director of Finance, and the board chair. Or see UPPF, omo account sika bebia sika ne dano, or no, any finance director, any board chair, omo nkwa ene wo access, omo nkwa signature, ene yitumi di yisika. So omo signature ni swa, yentumi yisika in free UPPF account. Fine, let's go on. Now, Mr. P, did we skip Mustafa? All right, that's in the findings. So that is what Mustafa Hamid said. We will meet Mustafa Hamid again. Mr. S, put a pin in this because there's something that we will talk about. Right now, I am breaking down all that everyone said, right? When we go to the findings, you will know what actually came out. All right, I think we Mr. S, I think we skipped one part of Mustafa Hamid's statement. Let me get it on the screen. Let me get it on the screen so that people can follow. So this is Mustafa Hamid. That's the other part of his statement. Dr. Abdul Hamid further admitted that sometime in 2023 or 2024, he and Perry Okujato instructed Amwa to solicit funds from industry stakeholders to support his party's political campaign activities. As a result, Amwa remitted 1 million to 1.5 million monthly to him as proceeds from the funds raised. Mustafa Hamid yebusan announce no say or say around 2023-2024 no ono ne deputy Perry Okujato omo frɛ Mr. Amwa or the head of UPPF eman instructions kitten say ono Amwa no enya den onjiji sika emfri OMC no ho na sa sika no omo mfa enya den emfa nko sponsor and support NPP campaign ene Mahamudu Bawumia campaign. Into say, Mr. Amwano ejiji sika between 1.1 million to 1.5 million. Omunim se ojeje ne month bia edibre omo. Into omo say every month no, Mr. Amwana ohwe UPPF so no, omo ono Mustafa Hamid ono the deputy. Your friend there, your friend no Perry Okujato no. Omo instructi Mr. Amwano, Kwamena Amwano say onjeje sika emfri OMC ni nyina ho. Na saa sika no omo fama Mahamudu Bawumia MPP na MPP fanya campaign. Na sika Amwa edebro omo no, it was between 1 million to 1.5 million. Tetegana sika no almost 1.5 billion. Ena akwane jejema omo busumi bia. However, he stated that he could not confirm whether Amwa made similar payments to other directors within the NPA. Or say, on it there, Amwa de beye 1.5 million and a brand month bia. Na onim se Amwa sajiji sika fufuro bi e de tuatua ma eye ne nkofo no mu ye adwuma ne bi. One de onim. But no dear, on the deputy, a Perry Okujato, Emma Edian, and one instructions getting it was an instruction from him, the CEO, and his deputy, which is a Perry Okujato, and I'm catching him once a Jijiska way free OMCs. No, I'm going to Petro in say, you're the commander Umia, you're the commander MPP, not MPP, the campaign, we need power. No, I say the Ghana so into on a day, Ojitu Musa 1.5 million, Busumi Biano from 2023, Busumi Biano into bear 24 months. Now, Sasi Canada, Yajiji at the brand 150 billion old Ghana, not 30 days Bian Yajiji the brand. Now, sir, okay, Diakana, finally, Dr. Abdul Hamid disclosed that he owns 2 houses, one located in Tamale and the other at Adjirgano in Accra. Later, Okache OSP said, oh, me wadam yenu, Bakwa Adjirgano, and a Bakwa Edien, ewo Tamale, inti ne dime yenu no. Into at least, Mustafa Hamid admitted, say, or using the office no, on any deputy, Perry Okujato, this guy. Oji tumu say on it, this guy, Perry Okujato, omo instructe kwamena amua, say onji sika, collect bribe against the will of the OMCs. Na sa sika no, na omo de support Mahamudu Bawumia MPP campaign. This is Perry Okujato, the deputy to Mustafa Hamid. But surprisingly, Nipana Edio Mojina called Sisiano, Perry Okujato is not part of it. Why? It's a simple question. We will answer those questions very soon. It's Mumusa OS will say, why is this guy not part of the people he has charged in court? Because Mustafa Hamid Nankasa interrogation, in the statement, in the investigations, no admitted say only Perry and the instructor Amwa. So Munjiji says, why are these people standing trial and Perry Okujato not part of the people who are standing trial? Every 30 days, near Manko for 150 billion. 15 billion, sorry. Near Momu 15 billion every 30 days. Now, say anima. Are we here yet? Wait. Frida, we came to Abdul Hamid, right? Oh, it was even here. I didn't see it. All right. So now Abdul Hamid explained the operations of, okay, I've done this. I'm sorry. There are a lot of documents here. There are a lot of documents. I have to take my time and read. Okay. Now, Curtis Perry Kwabla Okujato. And Nipana Yabekana Assembly, your friend, Perry Okujato. Perry Kwabla Okujato. And that is the guy I made in a picture to see a few minutes ago. Number 16. Perry Okujato Onye. This is the guy now Oye deputy to Mustafa Hamid. He was once a deputy information minister to Mustafa Hamid, Tamanawa Information Ministry. And at this same Perry, he became a deputy sports minister and Ekufuado. This same person became a deputy to Mustafa Hamid at NPA. In this all check here, Ekufuado and reshuffling. No. Nana Danko Ekufuado, he started moving criminals from one joint to the other. He was moving people who can do the work for him from one office to the other. Nana Danko Ekufuado on Baumia in 80, they didn't do any reshuffling. He did not tell anybody to go sit home for somebody to come and do another job. No. All that he was doing was that he was changing positions. He wasn't telling people, leave the office, please take the back seat. Let somebody come and fill this position. Why be that? All that Ekufuado did was that you go here. He was playing chess with us. And this guy is a typical example of the people Nana Danko Ekufuado used on the Baumia, Kennedy Japan, we use here on the running it down. Now let's go straight to Perry Okujato's story. Number 16. Curtis Perry Kwabla Okujato. Now, former deputy CEO, NPA. On also the story, ni team. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you very much, team. Yeah, I have it. Thank you. Now, on the 26th of March 2025, Mr. Curtis Perry Kwabla Okujato, former deputy chief executive officer of the National Petroleum Authority, appeared before investigators at the office of the special prosecutor. Now, accompanied by legal counsel, the interview was led by Director of Investigations, Mr. Okujato, who served from March 2022 to December 2024, categorically denied any involvement in or knowledge of soliciting or receiving money from oil marketing companies. Dr. Mustafa Hamid, Jacob Kwamena Emua, Kamel Haruna, Dominic Abuaji, Isaac Blete, and or any other individual at the NPA. Inti Perry Okuja Toba interview near Busan and say, hey, one guy CEO say, Moma a year commoner a wua. Moma instructions say, onji sika, and every month, near the old Ghana cities 15 billion at the mamo. Do you know anything about it? I said, no. I have no knowledge. My CEO, as some kind of minimum. So I just to say, or instruct a year Jacob Kobana dia. Me a year Perry, I'm the deputy. I know nothing about it. In fact, and me Perry, I have nothing, no knowledge about it. Your catch investigators no. But Mustafa Hamid catches only the deputy and a friend Kwamena, Mua, man instructions to say, Uncle this Jumano. And so your friend a year deputy the buy or send me. Mustafa Hamid bois, namin count. Wajat to Mr. Naman to be 15 billion every OMC's wa. And the Mumusa on it UPPF boss no. Now make deputy CEO there. I didn't take anything. Now, he also denied any participation in discussions or arrangements regarding the financing of political parties during the 2024 general elections. Or say or no, when you sikebia, when you be a sikebia, and farmer MPP, and Abaumia, so from campaign. So Mustafa Kamidi said, Sikebi sa ebaya, only the when you caprendi, on Kaho, unim she, one time Sikebia, and farmer Bia, so Bia from campaign. Thank you. Young now, into honor some Bekayan and also unim she. On the deny bibia. But Mustafa Hamid edged to with evidence say Perry on any mere instructed a UPPF director a Kwamena, but Perry by no Perry said on the Unimoshi and a wana a year OSP say any court. OSP did not chase Perry again. Also, what can say the audio kind of correct court and one no. The OSP did not question Perry, did not go further, did not even bring Mustafa. He said, oh, Perry, what kamati? Everything you are saying is right. In fact, go home. Into Perry cast as we are OSP so Unkufi. Every single one for case in Hubio. And one will eat free move. All right. Now you ask yourself, that was the deputy CEO. The CEO mentioned his name, that they gave instructions to one of the department heads to collect or solicit funds for them to go sponsor a political party. Their political party. You bring in a deputy and he tells you, I don't know anything about it, and you tell him to go home. Really? All right. Now, Mrs. Linda Boama Asante, former deputy CEO, NPA. Mustafa Hamid, CEO. The deputy no me Perry Okujato, and a woman called Mrs. Linda Boama Asante. Ono na oye deputy CEO to Mustafa Hamid. Ono so yakoswano ena investigations course no. Ono so DNA course. On 12 March 2025, Mrs. Linda Boama Asante, former Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, appeared before investigators at the Office of the Special Prosecutor, accompanied by legal counsel in connection with the ongoing investigations into alleged corruption at the authority. Mrs. Asante confirmed that she currently serves as head of inspections, monitoring, health, safety, and environment at the NPA, and I'm friend IMHSE. Responsible for ensuring compliance with safety and environmental standards at fuel stations operated by oil marketing companies. She stated that she joined the NPA in October 2005 as a planning officer and subsequently served as zonal manager for the Western and Central region. In August 2017, she was appointed senior manager for economic regulations and planning before becoming deputy CEO in 2022. Making her the first staff member to rise to the executive level internally. In October 2024, she transitioned to her current role. I say on the why you from 2005 on the ba a safety and any sebio yabebo a petrol yaton ewa bontene any MP ho ban say sebio aye bi senior de adwuma waye from 2005 roko MP wabo adwuma on the nemu na wabo adwuma na fiaye afi 2017 MPP ba power no and you changing the role no your money ba nanim ebeye senior manager for economic regulations and planning into ono or the nemu na ende obeye nipa or start adwuma eye de MP a wabo ne ho adwuma bo ne ho moden a abedru eye deputy CEO into the dwuma dia odi no eno ano no eye dwuma waye adwumaden and Edna Bedu Bibia Owono. Mrs. Asante acknowledged knowing Mr. Jacob Kwamena Imua, with whom she worked when she was Director of Infrastructure and he was UPPF coordinator. She categorically denied receiving money from Mr. Imua or any other individuals or OMCs during her time at the NPA. She also denied knowledge of any alleged payment made by Mr. Imua to Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid or Mr. Curtis Perry Okujato. Or say, on the onim Mr. Imua, no or UPPF4 coordinator Pegini. On this papa no ejuma ho onim ne pa no ne de oni papa ne transaction bia e na onim asem bia se papa na tam sika ama Mustafa Hamid se Mustafa Hamid ene papa no e na abokro no a oni de onim se Perry eye Okujato no so e ka ho e no munyina abokro no o se oni de the juma odi no onim sa anwoma ne bia enti sebio mema OSP emusa no sika bia mfa ne nsem e na oni obia so endi sika sem bia ho komo. She however disclosed that about 2 years ago Mr. Imua donated 10,000 Ghana cedis to a foundation she established, but denied ever receiving the 500,000 alleged by Jacob Imua. Osi Okai say about 2 years ago, Mr. Imua ever donated 10,000 Ghana cedis be at the foundation on what? But and then Mr. Imua catch a OSP say or no aman 500,000 Ghana dia or say on the on Kai where you Mrs. Asante and Ekasi or see oh on the foundation be. Na Mr. Mwai and Asamabaya and the Ejujansem we Mr. Mwai Imrebi the foundation Mr. Mwa eman 10,000 Ghana cedis to Ghana sikano 100 million. Now see and the Asamaba Yebia no Ebusa in Sama Obian and Wakacham OSP say or no Mr. Mwano or tam 500,000 Ghana to Ghana is kind of 5 billion Edimano no or say the Caribbean. In fact only the foundation doing 10,000 Ghana your man 500,000 Ghana bia where you Mrs. Asante. Now, Yambra Isaac Jagblete, or head of intelligence, National Petroleum Authority. Besides, number 18, Isaac Jagblete. Do we have Isaac's picture here? Yes, this is Isaac. Number 18, Isaac Jagblete. This man, no, Isaac Jagblete Mensa, right? Yes, Isaac Jagblete Mensa. This guy too, also, and the Yebekanasam, Mr. Isaac Jagblete. All right. I hope that's the right person, right? Okay. Number 18, Mumiankai Isaac Jagblete. On 4th March 2025, Isaac Jagblete, head of security at the National Petroleum Authority, was interviewed in connection with allegations made by suspect Jacob Kwamena Imua, who claimed in his statement to have paid 70,000 to Mr. Jagblete. During the interview, Mr. Jagblete confirmed that he joined the NPA in April 2020 under the Security and Intelligence Directorate. He outlined his responsibilities, which includes gathering intelligence and coordinating, number 18, right? And coordinating enforcement operations to combat illicit activities in the downstream petroleum sector. Mr. Jagblete ba and I say, me 2020 ne fa medjuma. Na investigation sequence my friend say Mr. Imua ese wa ma me sika 70,000 Ghana every month. Yagigi free OMC so. Also ono de oni bibia sa. Now, he also oversees efforts to address regulatory breaches and activities. Also the intelligence dey be fa say obeye hu adwuma e wo NPA. Into ono de ba intelligence say ne be activities bia e be wia petrol e free de petrol dwumadie ni ade de eno no ba so be hwe so. Na ono de sa sika omo so say 70,000 Ghana every 30 days no. Tete Ghana sika no 700 million bia e de man no. O say ono de onim ho hwe. Now, Mr. Jagblete disclosed that his monthly salary is 24,000 Ghana. So, me, you tell me 24,000 Ghana. Or the battle to Ghana is getting 240 million. And you tell me every month. Now, in addition to receiving allowance such as fuel, end of year bonus, clothing allowance, and per diem for official travel, or see your money 24,000 Ghana. Tete Ghana is 240 million. And then 30 days. On the only say, Yamano, fuel allowance. Yes, man, atade allowance. Yes, sir, man per diem. So two kwaya and your man per diem. Yet me or atade so your man allowance. And on no petrol good car so your man allowance. So into no 24,000 per man, 70,000 the man also on team once the other. Yanko enim. He further revealed that he engages in private consultancy work and other business ventures. Also or a consultant. Inti a one or didn't sika. Oh, where's the dia? They are all consultants. they all engage in private consultancy. Because when it comes to consultancy, you cannot track. And so what's the strategically, all of them have something called I am a consultant. I consult to this for this country, this company. I work for this company as a consultant. They all have something called consultancy attached to their work. I did a consultancy job for some company. That is how I was paid 2 million. Into the 2 million you are seeing in my account, that company that I consulted for, they gave me in cash and I paid. That is what they do. Now, Mr. Jablete disclosed that his monthly salary is 24,000. While he acknowledged knowing Mr. Jacob Kwabena Imua in his capacity as UPPF coordinator, he categorically denied ever receiving 70,000 from him, whether monthly or otherwise. He also denied receiving any form of gifts or payment from oil marketing companies in the course of performing his official duties. Mr. S, get me the list of all the OMCs that were paying monies to Mustafa Hamid at the NPA. It's in the report. Pull that for me. Now there's Dominic Abuaje, National Petroleum Authority. Also, or say, now Oye Juma, or joining NPA 2012. He was an intern. He became part. Number 19, Dominic. Number 19, Dominic Abuaje. Dominic Abuaje, number 19. Is he here? Yes, Abuaje. That is him. Kweku Abuaje Aqua. Dominic Abuaje. Okay. Now, ono ba no o say ono se de Juma na oye sebio wanje obi asika na oba se obeye de intern from 2012 no ye Juma na waba be de waba be do bi odu obeda na planning director. Now ono so ekasa no ono so asem okan ni nyina ne say in response to allegations by Jacob Kwabena Imua, Mr. Abuaje categorically denied receiving 100,000. We so na okankofo na yese bosumi bia na oje 100,000 Ghana every OMCs no sika na yede ba no ye cha na ebi so no so ono so ose onim 100,000 bia. He recalled that during his mother's funeral in 2023, he received contributions from colleagues at NPA, including Mr. Imua. However, he could not confirm the exact amount received from Mr. Imua and emphasized that it was certainly not 100,000. Or see already 2023 na nema mi wuye. Nema mi wuye na NPA for GG sika kakra de insabode e na omde bebo ne maame insa. Na ono de on kan pose na sika de 100,000. Ene na okai say sika bia one Mr. Ewua Emua etumi eka ho asem. Na ono de insa bi no mbebo no. Into Mr. Emua say ono nya 100,000 from OMCs every month. Also ono de nya no kore. Mr. Abuaje further stated that he has never received any monetary gift or payment from BEDEX or oil marketing companies as appreciation for his official duties. Now, we go to Michael Dakun Sakwa, an employee of National Petroleum Authority. Also, Yapekeno. Also, Ebe can say, no on G Sikebia Emma, the Insara Papane Kano, Nina Eyatro. He acknowledged knowing Mr. Jacob Kwabena and Wendy Newman as fellow staff members at the NPA, but emphasized that he has no personal relationship with either of them. He categorically stated that he has never been instructed by Mr. Imua to proceed any license and that he has not received any money from them. Into honest so be deny or say Mr. Imua manage bia on G's Kebia. Now, Uba Wenima, you will see on April 7, 2025, Mrs. Lucia Josephine Imua, wife of suspect Jacob Kwabena Imua, reported to the office of the special prosecutor in response to an official invitation. She was accompanied by legal counsel. During the interview, Mrs. Imua identified herself as the spouse of Mr. Imua, with whom she has 3 children. She disclosed that she is a professional caterer and the proprietor of Friends Bistro, a registered catering business established in 2018, which she operates from their residence in Lashibi. She described the business as a small-scale operation serving a limited number of regular clients. She also noted that her husband, aside from his position at the National Petroleum Authority, works part-time as a lecturer. Or see, me na me ye Mr. Muayre. Me de ejuma bobo twa ejuma bi na me ye. be the restaurant ketewa bi na mebie nipa 10 kura ndidi ho a day na me kuru yi kura mpo no adwuma a oye no sika na ebafie na nso nti osa lecture e de ka ho as part time hey MPP for papa na yire na ba obedwudwam no oso ono se de oh ono de botwo restaurant ketewa bi na oye e wala hyebi no restaurant nipa 10 kura ba e che obiem na ono se de kuru na oye adwuma Mr. Mua eye UPPF coordinator no papa ne kura no sebio osa ye part time lecturing o kira de part time de ka ho e ma sebio omutumi ehwe omo ho intini kunu de sebio edwumaden na oye. Okay, now regarding financial transactions linked to her husband's bank account bearing her name, Mrs. Emua confirmed making multiple deposits into the said account at the instruction of her husband. Yebusa ne say now kuna accounts na udin hyemu a odi sika gum no eno ni mu bibi osi an ne de me kuna oye part time sika na me pumping gu account mo na instruct me say me ko pumping gu dio mami emuayiri obi a small restaurant na afia busa ne say ukuna account ya also kuna part time lecturing sika na ewo account ya udi kan ho a mo pump sika gum no a wankasa edum bre bia wo na ko pump sika no gum no uni mu bi osi an we ne den we de mi kunu nyame bonsam o bonsam ena sebio na me pump sika no mo me enko enim now osi Mrs. Ewua confirmed making multiple deposits into the said account at the instructions of her husband. She stated that funds were given to her by Mr. Emua, who directed her to deposit them into the following accounts. Okaseni kunu ene directed and say accounts bi wo ha on sisa sika nkogum. Omo accounts are UBA. 2 accounts and na or pompi sika no gum. And omo accounts our GT Bank, sorry, and also no more pompi sika gum. Zenith Bank accounts and also ampa no pompi sika gum. Mrs. Emua emphasized that she acted solely on her husband's instructions, had no knowledge of the source of the funds, and was unaware of any criminal conduct associated with the transactions. Or say on it there ni kunu kan oye if you say ebe ware no ye say oba one edien obe ukunu ebe ye ebusua be ma ne be ye ebusua ni ti na ono aye dua it was the ti ne be ka no ono na oye dua no ene na oye nti ni kunu ka chen say onfa nkogum ana de akogum omutu ho ana obutu ho nti ono de yampa ni kunu na oye part time lecture na eboa de ma nya salary kakra no ni kunu tumi ma ne ko pompi sika gu account be miensem enan mu ena ebusuafo se ono obey ombesom into oyo banko ade ne kunu beka no ene na obeye into ende no krepa sika no de opompe ye na eye ne kunu ene share no se onko pompe sika no engu accounts nim. All right, mama yenko enim. Mr. Joseph Kobna introduced himself as a business. What is going on now? Yanko papa bi a friend no Joseph Kobna, CEO of Mobic Energy. Joseph Kobna, number 22. Joseph Kobna. Ono NA CEO of Mobic Energy. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, team. Mr. Joseph Kobna, CEO of Mobic Energy. Ono so yatuto na no. Mumienko tie di ono so kanye. Mr. Joseph Kobna introduced himself as a businessman and the owner of Mobic Energy, an oil marketing company based in Takwa, Western region. Mr. Kobna explained that Mobic Energy operates in the Western, Central, and Eastern regions. That he co-owns the company with his brother Anan Aka, who holds majority shares, although the company was registered using Mr. Kobna's details. The company was established in 2019 and currently operates 40 fuel stations and 4 gas stations. Man, yeah, your friend, Mr. Joseph Kobna, no so buy. And I say, also no wine, your coach, no, and also media. The company, a friend of Mobic Energy, somewhat here, a media. Minimum be any be a company, no. Sebio, miniano was shares, and I'm also making. Now, our company, your fuel stations in Kwan 40, Ghana, and your gas stations in Kwan Minu, into Yene, Sebio, Yabodu. Now, Yana company, no, dia, into the more frame wa ha. me pesa me kyerɛ mo sɛ asɛm a abe me obi a me so metumi edi adanse wom nti Mr. Kobina so abɛkyerɛ ne bɔbrɛ yentie ɔno so ɛyɛ answers a ɔde ma ɛyɛ special prosecutor time a yebusabusa nano nsɛm ɛfa krono we ho. Now Mr. Kobina stated that the company sources its products mainly from Tema, Takrade and Ituabo. He noted, however, that fuel is not frequently available at Takrade Depot. That Mobic Energy owns 6. Number 22. All right. Number 23 owns 6 tankers and hires additional tankers as needed from time to time. Now, he confirmed his awareness that the National Petroleum Authority is the regulator of his business and that he frequently visits the NPA head office for business transactions. He mentioned that he knows Mr. Jacob Kobina Imua as the UPPF coordinator who succeeded Mr. Sare Bediakon after his retirement in 2021. Now, Mr. Kobina recounted an incident where he visited the NPA to make payments to the UPPF for fuel lifted. As per what he knows, Mr. Jacob Imua is required to verify the destination of the tankers via computer records to accurately calculate the amount owed. However, Mr. Imua allegedly ignored this procedure and instead charged 900,000, which Mr. Kobina believed should have been 300,000. I see, me, Mr. Kobina, me kai imrebia me ko eye NPA. Say me kwa kofa eye binyoma. Na me duru no. On a normal day no, I was saying nyoma obefa ana petroleum products obefa no. I was saying kefa machine mu na computer bo na ebo a also utia no sebio utia na wokọ. Na also okọ no koto Mr. eye Emua. Na de owu ene say Mr. Emua no sika e wo se ono etua 300,000 no Mr. Emua e ka chen say wanfa computer bi anya calculation bia o ka chen say ontua 900,000 Ghana emfama no tete Ghana sika no 9 billion. 9 billion. Now, which Mr. Kobina believed should have been 300,000. Or Sidanko, see the fa machine, yadi nyomani fa machine mua, and also tia 3 billion old Ghana. Then so Mr. Emua alpha for machine no catch and say untia 9 billion old Ghana cedis. Now ku enima. I see, he stated that he was compelled to pay the higher amount as failure to do so would prevent him from loading products via the NPA portal. I see, now odim de onye na sebio sikano at a point no otiaye if say when tia enya de NPA for ebema ne ho kwan say unload eye ne product no emfanko. Enti Mr. Kwamena Emua eji ni nsem 900,000 e NPA office. Tetegana sikano 9 billion. Or say na onim de onye otua sa sikano instead sanko also otua regular price and na official price ya defa machine sima ewe 300,000 no Mr. Kobina Emua and the NPA for no edge no 9 billion old Ghana cedis. Now oko enima or say he further described a similar situation where Mr. Emua charged him 1 million Tetegana sikano 1 billion. When Mr. Kobina protested, Mr. Emua asked him to leave the office. Mr. Kobina observed that although these funds were ostensibly for the government, Mr. Emua appeared to be inflating the bills for personal gains. I say omo nyina hu ye. Omo koto petro every NPA nyina hu say, papa we sika na oje omo nyina no na odi bia toto so a na omo nim say enya ade e kwa aban ho. Na dodo no na e kwa ni botom. We so ye obi a eye special prosecutor eto nsafre na obekirekire nsemu ona won nsem bebrika. Addition to the government payment, Mr. Kobina offered to pay 50,000 Ghana cedis, but Mr. Emua reportedly dismissed him from his office and instructed him to wait at the reception. Mr. Kobina waited the entire day only to be informed that Mr. Emua had left for the house or for home. I say maybe Krampono, ya charge na mana opa Mr. Emua chow say, oh, I did 50,000 Ghana. I didn't know Jimmy 900,000. I didn't know Jimmy 300,000. And the parents offer the Jimmy got a reception or better than can on Tanaho. Also, Tanaho man to pay. Okobusa reception so Mr. Muashawa, yes, so coffee da. Otiana would Jimmy who kotakwa. Also, when you na etono. as an OMC owner. Now, the following day, Mr. Kobina returned to continue discussions. Mr. Emwa reduced his demand to 200,000, but Mr. Kobina kept his offer at 50,000. Subsequently, Mr. Emwa provided a UBA account number under the name Wendy Newman. Into a say adiachi osakoye. And I got Mr. Emwa say sikana wo jim na no ding. Sa 300,000 or person jim mean to be tia. Into we so on the preso Mr. Amwaka say okay. Emwaka say and you 50,000 Ghana. Tete Ghana is kind of 500 million. And na ode accounts man say kutua gum. Na sa accounts no na eye Wendy the din da so eye UBA accounts na eye Wendy eye maame na the picture kyerɛ mo no ɔdo ne din na da sa accounts no so. Nti sa OMC we say papa we say yamane kutua sika no edi gu eye Wendy accounts Mr. Emwa directing say onkutua sika no ngum. Subsequently, Mr. Emwa provided a UBA account number under the name Wendy Newman. Mr. Kobina paid 50,000 for 4 months. Or say, for Bosumi 9, Bosumi biara no otua 50,000 Ghana cedis. That means to say, now Wendy account na will be UBA no. Na Mr. Emwa Emma sa papa we etua 50,000. Tete Ghana sika no 500 million. Bosumi 9 biara no. For Bosumi 9 biara no. Bosumi biara no otua 500 million old Ghana. Eno otua tum. We OSP investigations papa we know the OSP nim na okasa na onsu. Over 40 fuel stations in Ghana, 40. And over 2 gas stations. Now, Mr. Muamu mani tua 50,000 Ghana every month for 4 months. However, when his UPF documents were forwarded to Mr. Emwa, he refused to sign them, insisting that the remaining agreed amount be paid. After payment, Mr. Emwa endorsed the document. Thereafter, Mr. Emwa reportedly began demanding 20,000 monthly, later sending his Stanbic account number and receiving 100,000 Ghana per month. I say at the point, now utia 100,000 Ghana every month to Mr. Emwa. Because Mr. Emwa endorses with documentations. Say o petrol no de beko anasa o de mfanko e legal na say illegal enye legal. Or say at the point na busumi bia utia Tete Ghana sika no 1 billion edema Mr. Emwa. Na utia ewo eko eye account Mr. Emwa edema no. First account na eye de Wendy edinda so, and a second account no na eye ono ankasa na account na de din eda so. Oso na utia sa sika no gu sa account no. Now so kan ko echira or say thereafter Mr. Emwa reportedly began demanding 200,000 monthly. Afena or busa 200,000. That means we free 100,000, 1 billion. Afina afi o demanded 2 billion a month. Every sa papa we ho. Every month. Na o demanded 2 billion. And son of a man who kwan amana be left a product every NPA. Because UPPF no omo and also mo endorse say ampa ubetune we akọ. Osina at the point na Mr. Emwa ejino 200,000 from 100,000 to 200,000. Tete Ghana is kana no ejino 2 billion every month. Now, Okore must say Mr. Kobina explained that he had other financial commitments, including staff salaries, but Mr. Emwa insisted that other senior NPA management staff also benefited from these payments and refused to reduce the amount. Mr. Emwa suggested that if paying the money was problematic, Mr. Kobina should wait and start loading fuel from the Takrade depot, which is closer to him. Into Kachireno. So won't mean to sa bribe way my 2 billion a month now, and your Takrade, Neko train petrol. Say biba no when you be at home. Say ebiamba akra hani betoni nyina, tema hani betoni nyina. Into man a yedian, man condition. Either so betua 2 billion or NPA ha. Now we to me load petrol de akọ. And I say, we got na Takrade, abra unim se takwa hono, enya dia petrol de bedru ho, endru na asa. Enti either ubetua no ga wuto ganata. And now the akọ and I say ubetua edie ubetwan o Takrade. Ono so ohia petrol no, ohia diesel no because over 40 fuel stations around the nation. Now, my main father bicho. At the end of the day, Mobic Energy paid a total of 3.1 million to Jacob through Wendy Newman's account. OSP Bay investigations. This man called Mobic Energy bribe in sim. Sika in sim. It was up to 3.1 million. Or the court Ghana Sika Titinima almost 30 billion. I hope I'm right. 3.1 million. Either 310 billion. I don't even know. Sika omujifri in semuno. OSP check it, the transactions nkwa sa mobikwe ayako eye amwa any when the account muno for the period almost started jade 100,000 200,000 no omo calculate no sika na was send ya koma omo no when the account through when the account no na eye 3.1 million Ghana cedis. Now yanko enim, it's exactly 5:45. Good timing. We have done how many? 2 hours 25 minutes. Now, you call the next person, Philip Tieku, CEO of Star Oil. Intesiano, Omwana Omucheche Sikanyina Ekoma Eye, Mr. Emwana and Kofono, OSP Tracy, and when say when we na a Chesikama Eddie Emwa, and ye free from Munina so bombra. Na ye busa mo say, then and Amu Chesika Echo when the accounting, UB accounting, Emwa inti. These are the CEOs of OMC, Sana Omutie Sikama Emwa. 31 billion. Nipa bako pesika or Jeffrey in Semno, old Ghana. 31 billion. 31 billion. Now, Yanko enim. Mustafa Hamid is a onim hubia. Omdi Jiska when you had my MPP. Eddie campaign. Omdi Baumia campaign. Sika when you have MPP or MPP Kufado Baumia Munanim Sika Webi. Yanko enim. Papa, your friend Philip Tieku, on the CEO of Star Oil. Star Oil. So with him Star Oil CEO, ya jinano asem. Ye can be a dear. Obi ochna. Obi antumi na. Ya mo beer space. 31 billion. Omoji free one OMC. Yanko enim. On 2nd May 2025, Philip Tieku, the CEO of Star Oil Limited, was interviewed in the presence of his lawyers. Mr. Tieku stated that he met Mr. Jacob Emwa, the UPPF coordinator, who introduced him to Mr. William Mensah of Wilmans Company, a firm involved in the transportation business. Now, Mr. Tieku agreed to do business with Mr. William Mensah. Subsequently, Mr. Jacob Emwa requested monetary payment from Star Oil Limited, citing the company's strong business performance. Into say, Miso, your friend me, Mr. Star Oil, Philip, Obia Ndim Ghana. And I'm Papa Biso, your friend Mr. Williams. Or no, and I'm Mr. Eddie Jacob Mwa, or UPPF coordinator or NPA. Nambesha Papa, Yana Bayan Namfua, na Sebi Omina Behun says Star Oil, Bejuma de Aquas, Obia Ghana said, Media Bas Star Oil, a bat petrol dia, the whole Ghana. Na in Comodia Mwana, Yonko Femwana, a famous Mr. Mwa, started say, Oh, Busa Misika. Say, Min Church Sikebi. Say because ohun say be company no Mr. Oil company no sebio sika e fa min sebu pa yanko enim. Mr. Tieku initially avoided these demands, but due to persistent requests, he eventually agreed and asked Mr. Mwa for a bank account to facilitate the payment. Or see Mr. Mwahana ma Philippa or only Star Oil. No, who you onye. I feel not titty. They be a crane. Hey, Mr. Star Oil. Oh yeah, dang. Yenny MPU, PUPPF. Why would you make ye? Madame Fono, Chebibi, near who tail light to doom. May who tail light no tail light to doom. So tail light no. And I say, hey, they said I'm not titty me. Me do my musia doom. Mr. Musia so into that fay. Or who said I was oh ye BB. Star Oil. Yeah, but obia bobia ding. Now, Mr. Emwa for bank accounts facilitated. Mr. Emwa provided an account under the name Wendy Newman, domiciled at UBA. Into say Mr. Emwa at the UBA Wendy account and the man. Star Oil Limited began making payment into this account from December 2022. Now, Yebusa Star Oil say that payment you were making, was it legal? What payment were you making? And yes, services and a NPA a provide the amount. Mr. Emwana provide Amawa, a legitimate company like Star Oil, you will be paying money not in NPA accounts, but into a private account. You, Star Oil, you have questions to answer. And I have something on you that I will be exposing. Mona mama politicians, you these businessmen, you people. Me say the airbano, me expose you. We're just one report. Me wa report from Yoko, more you report from Attorney General. Me kind na obia dimbeba. Now, Yanko Enim, Star Oil Limited began making payment into this account from December 2022. In all, Star Oil paid 5.1 million, 51 billion old Ghana. 2022 no started here. Yet almost see a amount of money at Star Oil Mr. Mwa. And we are asking Star Oil, do you know Sesikana Uchiana a bribe? Do you know? You are aiding, you are bribing. You need to come and prove to us. Sasika we are 5.1 million Ghana. Ghana titisikano 51 billion na utia me muano. Utia man say on fanya deng. Abrocha nka obedem, but yebem dem. Now he paid 5.15 million to Jacob over the period through Wendy Newman's account. 51 billion old Ghana. And then utia ma emua. So on your deng. You should see inside give you onjin on fanya deng. And into to control oil no Ghana. No other exposes be OMCC be so. Okay, says OMC way my almost story na me catch them. Murefi. Tamana na po energy minister me catch them. Mustafa Hamid ba me catch them. What's on with the matem MPP. Yatia me catch them. Now, let's move forward. When this Newman's account, further payments were made at the request of Mr. Williams Mensah, who was at that time taken ill. Mr. Mensah explained that he had agreed with Mr. Jacob Emwa to allocate 20% of all payments from Star Oil to Mr. Jacob Emwa and therefore requested Star Oil to make the payment to Jacob on his behalf. Now, Mr. Williams now obey introduce you. Star Oil Emwa, he was taking 20% of that payment. But no yare, into Mr. Emwa say, Star Oil catch Mr. Mwase say between sikaduguma 20% enko William ho. Ade bi omo ye no Ghana. Mo NPA no and amanfo de to dame. Star Oil. And say me tell on TV so kasa bebre. And you know I've worked so hard and you know I can use 1 grain of rice to build a plant yet. There's one guy be goodness oil. There's one guy. My end story that goodness oil. Or one dangerous guy, goodness oil. Remember Ben scandal hatch them. Or one of the people are on it periokuja tomo, your friend goodness oil. That is the guy. Sir oil guy be organa, your friend goodness oil. Or one corrupt guy, a very dangerous character. I will do his story here. Now I am finishing Star Oil. Or see, further payments were made at the request of Mr. Williams Mensah, who was at that time taken ill. Mr. Mensah explained that he had agreed with Mr. Jacob Emwa to allocate 20% to all payments from Star Oil to Mr. Jacob Emwa and therefore request Star Oil to make the payment to Jacob on his behalf. Mr. Tieku emphasized that Star Oil Limited is one of the most significant. Oh, because this is around. Okay, it's down here. One of the most significant contributors to the UPPF and the highest lifter of petroleum products at the NPA. Mr. Star Oil catch the Ghana for over NPA, Ubia or left oil, power NPA, Star Oil. He paid 51 billion old Ghana to Mr. Mwa, who used to be the head of UPPF at NPA. The question to Star Oil is, the monies you were paying into Wendy's accounts, which under the instructions of Mr. Mwano, what were you paying the money for? Now, let's move on. Williams Mensah, CEO of Williams Company Limited. Yankan Williams Mensah so dear. When I saw Yarano, Yanju Johnny Dim, also your interview no. Williams Mensah, CEO, Williams Company Limited. Mendo, when you kuma kokona koda, you're ready to see a beso also. So if you kuma koda, you jinem, your part 2 or findings in your china, maybe read the findings in natural. Mr. Williams Mensah was interviewed in the presence of his lawyers. He is the chief executive officer of Williams Company Limited, a haulage company in the transportation of petroleum products. He admitted knowing Jacob and that he was the coordinator of the UPPF. Somewhere in 2022, Jacob introduced him to Philip Tieku, the CEO of Star Oil, for him to assist Star Oil in transporting their petroleum products for them. After the introduction, Jacob entered into an agreement with Williams Company to pay him 20% of the proceeds from the Star Oil business. Into technically, on an introduction, you know, and a Star Oil room, no, and 20% finito. Or no, he's into haulage, transportation of fuel, transportation of petrol, transportation of diesel, transportation. He is a company or into not up a customer into Ayetieku, who is the CEO of Star Oil, and introduce Kobana Mwa. And Okachan say, work with this man and deal be a babyano. So Boama to me loading tema me 20%. All that they are doing is that Star Oil, he's always loading faster than anybody else at NPA, all because a bribe no mutiano. And then the mom were powerful OMCs. They pay bribes to these UPPF directors, these CEOs. So Odilai mu 10 years to cry Obana yebebuni di jaw. Yebe feeling a jaw. And that is how they became the significant OMCs in Ghana. In the weeks to come, you'll be shocked. Anytime I say MPP focus on parliament, anytime I say and every day they speak, I will expose them. No, I'm Ghana for I said these people are not supposed to come close to power. Now, second paragraph, let's say, he therefore explained that because of the agreement his company started making the regular payments to Jacob, and that all the payments made to Jacob were in fulfillment of the 20% of the payment received from Star Oil. At one point, he fell ill and could not handle operations, so he requested Star Oil to pay 20% to any payment to Williams Company directly to Jacob through Wendy's account. Williams Company paid 400,000 Ghana cedis to Jacob Emua. Williams so also Emma Emua through Wendy's account, which Emua dia or instructed Wendy to operate. Also Emma Emua 4 billion Ghana. All these monies were going to Baumia's campaign. It was going to NPA. Mustafa Hamid knows about it. Perry Okujato knows about it. This guy was working because Mustafa Hamid, the CEO, in his own statement, he said he and his deputy instructed this guy. But the funny thing is, Perry Okujato has been left off the hook. You're asking yourself, Perry. Perry came and spoke for 5 minutes and they said he should leave. Ask yourself why. So I detail in bro very soon. Now, Yanko Enim, team, are you with me? Emmanuel Into, General Manager, King's Pep Company Limited. Now, before I'm a customer, I mention my DB. No, let me do this first. You are my show. OMC is a mutia sika edema ayede in Kofu. OMC is no mutia sika no money. And the amount of money that went through Mustafa Hamid, any Komena Impua, any Perry, you will be shocked. You have no idea. Now, Emmanuel Into, General Manager, King's Pep Company Limited. On 24th April 2025, Emmanuel Into, General Manager of King's Pep Ghana Limited, was interviewed in connection with the ongoing investigations He confirmed that he is responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations of the company and denied any involvement in wrongdoing related to the matter under investigation. Mr. Into stated that Kinspep Company Limited participated in a sponsorship initiative following a request made by Jacob Komena Emua, who approached the company seeking financial support for political campaign activities. In the papa way, Mr. Into they say near and Mr. Mwaba say omo yesika omo jijisika omo de kwa koboa NPP campaign. It's not no and Komena Emua mo eba. Remember Mustafa Hamid and Perry I instructed per Mustafa Hamid statement to say Emua NGG sika free OMCC now into way or no and Mr. Mwaba I catch say NPA see what I instructed to say on your day omunjiji sika na omufanko support day MPP Bawumia campaign. Now, I say, Mr. Into stated that Kinspep Company Limited participated in a sponsorship initiative following a request made by Jacob Komena Emua, who approached the company seeking financial support for political campaign activities. He acknowledged that he authorized the transfer of funds to Mr. Emua, but indicated that he could not recall the exact amounts given at the time of the interview. I say, okay, say Emua Ebusa say, on sika no mfanko campaign na on kai sika no amount of send ye obwa Kinspep obwa. He explained that the decision to sponsor was made within the framework of the company's corporate social responsibility objectives. Also, on the company they obey no bro for some obeti no dem 30 years. Obey no bro for some yeah they sponsor because corporate responsibility, social responsibility, NTA ofui. You have sponsored political campaign. You are saying say your company at this point is sponsoring political parties, and you are telling say a corporate social responsibility. What bodam? Ukro baby a uti company the toilet ni wo. Untumi si toilet mom. Untumi si school mom. Untumi nyansuo mom. Ofui. What am sika kuma politician we are say social public their responsibility. Oh bodam. Akromfo, ewifo, your friend no Emmanuel Into. May story nyina mamu. Now, say he explained that the decision to sponsor was made within the framework of the company's corporate social responsibility objectives. Mr. Into further assured investigators that he will reconcile the accounts and provide records detailing the total funds transferred to the account number supplied by Mr. Emua. Kinspep Company Limited paid a total of 1.3 million to Jacob Emua through Wendy Newman's account from 2022 to 2025. Inti sa Mr. Antowe otua 13 billion old Ghana cedis. 13 billion old Ghana cedis. We are because social corporate responsibility. Nkwasi akeka. Omukọ check accounts no na onu nkwa otua 13 billion old Ghana, new Ghana na 1.3 million from 2022 to 2025. Nankwasiafo we eto work just omo te parliament ye debate say ye MPP for there minority we for, and they all enjoyed from this money. Mustafa Hamid ni Perry Okuja Tomuno and Emua we no Emua sponsored majority of these MPP MPs. He gave them money. Kojo upon kroma money ade nyina. They took money from NPA. Kwasiafo say mo be debate. Mo de etia, bo de besi. He emphatically denied that the funds were provided with the intent to influence Mr. Jacob Komena Emua or any official within the national obwa. Now let's look at this. Mr. Daniel Nana Akomia Buedi yesi anadwi omu nyina omu na Kevin Taylor so de. Omu nyina OMC for nyina sorry ye investigation see den na OSP ko yitu abontene men na mekofa ye efi OSP ho. Omu aye de omu ko gyina court no ebi mu say OSP djuma odi no emfa kwa mu. E wo so mu nyina ko gyina court ye yibi. Enti mo blame me. Yesi omu nyina BP aba what is this? Ochina ye de obi a picture be tari statement no ne they are two wiase na yehu de mode bo companies ne ye wo Ghana. Anadwo mu nyina nda ye almost frefre sugar daddy for nyina soro asembe ni iba asem nsunyi we ko de part 1 na part 2 ni duru ana mbohu se mu bebre mu bewu. Now Yen ready way a company. Papa, your friend Mr. Daniel Akomia Boadu, Managing Director, NACDA Trade Ventures. Odusu Tiae. OSP, on can grow. On 24th of April 2025, Mr. Daniel Nana Akomia Boadu, Managing Director of NACDA Trade Ventures, appeared at the office of the Special Prosecutor, accompanied by legal counsel in connection with the ongoing investigations into corruption and related offenses involving the National Petroleum Authority. He was interviewed by a team led by Director of Investigation. Mr. Akomia Boadu stated that he registered NACDA Trade Ventures in 2019, and the company operates in consultancy, advisory services, general trading, haulage, and logistics. Akwa we be a company no. Okacham some for more services in Kaho. So who's a company bako? Or your water boiling, or your engine soaking, or your pen writing, or your haulage, or your transportation, or your criminal company. Was a segum. As a baby or be we no friend jack of all trades. Would me a bedi uto. We mono sane from jack of all trades. Would me a bedi uto. Sanko for we or be a company. Omuya kraba. Omuton Chinese knife. Omuton the Chinese plate. Sanko fuya ton bentua. Sanko fuya so wudru. Company bako bibia wom jack of all trades. We a bedi uto. Sanko for me a dangerous companies. Almost a sagum services and almost a sagum. Offer how be oh, Mr. Mwako, do you do this? Also, we also do this. I was looking for somebody who can sell peanut butter. Oh, we also do that. We do everything, trade and ventures. I'm also looking at a company that can supply engines to fishing. Oh, we have been doing engine supply. Look at us. That's what we do. So do you people also deal in condoms? Also, that is something you have been doing. You have been supplying pharmacies. And kwasi adi omu ya know. Jack of all trades. Yebedi uto. Jume bi omu yebi. Omu yio sika sisia. Mami njujom. Now, I'm say, Mr. Akomia Boadu started the blah 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 blah. Okay, regarding his relationship with Jacob Kobina Emua, Mr. Akomia Boadu confirmed knowing him personally, but stressed that no business relationship exists between them. He noted that he does not know Wendy Newman personally, although he had heard her name mentioned in 2023. Mr. Akomia Boadu further explained that in 2023. He was approached by stakeholders within the petroleum and haulage sector regarding a proposal to financially support the 2024 general elections. Into Mr. Boadu Akomia, also on 2023 near from Munina. And I catch him say, Yakotwaba, it will be a first camera, dear Vancouver MPP. Now, this information, if free MP and a buyer into also Obia on the NPA, Jumadi, on the information be say, Omunina and Jessica as OMCs, not Omofanya Den. Among farmer MPP, not MPP in San Winnie power. As the Canadian Kajama way, ye J. Edia Kwakoma Baumia. Now, he was informed that contributions should be deposited into Wendy Newman's bank account. Acting in his capacity as managing director, he authorized payment of approximately 2 million into the said account. Osi ono, Otia Tetegana Sikano, 20 billion. 20 billion. La yela. Akomia Boadu say, on the time you scano, Sika Otia the two say MPP form Fankoya campaign. Na Omurini, na Jumadi Omudino, a MPA no, Omudinsa was so area oil, Bokrono, no, MPA Winnie. It's ono Oyini bottom Sika, the company ni Sika, 20 billion old Ghana say, Omofankoma Baumianya campaign. Na Owini. Na Mahama to be president. The owner of Hux Petroleum, HUG, you see, ordinary the owner of Hux Petroleum. So what's the petroleum station? Your friend Hux Petroleum. Sakwana, ono oni, your friend Mr. Akomia Boadu. Otia 20 billion, say your friend two, yama Baumian twasu. You be exposing munina. Obien wabeka Ghana. I say HUSS, Hus Petroleum, aha, and your Hus Petroleum, HUSS, and I can say who's Petroleum, Jack of all trades, which you may do to, or ye BBIB, Mr. Bediako, or no quantity old Ghana cities 20 billion, or the new Ghana cities are 2 million Ghana. Also, I was about Baumia. Unisika Baumia na yirinyai. Do you know the amount of money Mustafa Hamid gave to Baumia? Mwana mo bodam. Make one of the most corrupt politicians in Ghana. Mahmoud Baumia. Tasika wenyani ejidi ama Baumia be win elections. Mumusa Baumia sa nensa kana sa nensa nka. Now, he acknowledged that he understood the financial support was intended for both major political parties but denied any intentions to influence or corrupt public officials. And as he had no knowledge of individuals directly involved in managing the funds. Also, no him says he can recommend MPP and NDC. Akwa wepa bediako Boadi we are fucking. Also, on the no says he can recommend MPP and NDC to be answered 1 million. Mustafa Hamid Jijiska or MPP Jijiska or what's it? Yes, can go by NDC. Abuofuru Obwa or the 2 CA Boadi on Kano Kure. We obedi to Boadi. Osin sikane de Otiano no him say yakochama MPP ni NDC. Sigano yakochama MPP ni NDC into ne de oyi 20 billion and osi enko obwa odi ni nyina ma ba omia se ba omia nko wini because deals are no mo ye no eye NPA no mo pese deals no mo toa so we mu and am nam Ghana say we are rich men we there legitimately you the one city and enya omoboa o they sponsor politicians 90% of MPs of parliament in the Sasika we come Mahmoud Baumia Skanibi. Mumusa Baumia say, did Mustafa Hamid give him a dime during the elections? Unim Sika Tama Baumia. Now, Yanko enu or say or they know himself come MPP in DC on Kanokre. Nana Jomo Ajiman Bedu, first gas and band energy. Nana Jomo. Yani the TV biao Nana Jomo Ajimambedu. Nana Jomo Ajimambedu. On 22nd May 2025, Miss Nana Jomo Ajimambedu Oba. Nana Jomo Oba pa. Ono ene first gas and band energy. First gas and band energy. Hey, Obwa Nana Jomo. Nana Jomo Ajimambedu. On the 22nd of May 2025, Ms. Nana Jomo Ajimambedu, Chief Executive Officer of the First Gas Company Limited and Band Energy Limited, reported to the Office of the Special Prosecutor for a scheduled interview accompanied by her lawyer. During the interview, she identified herself as the CEO of both companies, which are duly registered and licensed by NPA to operate in the liquefied petroleum gas sector. Now, Ms. Ajimambedu confirmed knowing Jacob Komena in his capacity as the coordinator of UPPF at the NPA, but stated that she does not know Wendy Newman. Okoro so mina me CEO of a company your friend a First Gas and Band Energy. Ms. Ajimambedu and I said Ms. Jomo. Now already I'll say or no. Oni a NPA na juma sebio petroleum a product ne de sebio ono so tuntombi. Now be a friend Mr. Kobina there. Hey, Wendy no onim Wendy bia on share Wendy bia kra obi bia da. Yate Miss Jomo. Now Miss Jomo ejujumu no mo yanko tie na no aseme. Ono so onim hwe yanko chiechirem. Bidio mu nyina picture betare document ni so ochira me ba mde nyina be kire mo. Bidio mu nyina ni meba. Amamu nsuro. Nana Jomo Ajiman, the Chief Executive Officer of the First Gas Company Limited and Band Energy Limited, stated that she held 53% shares in First Gas and 80% shares in Band Energy. She indicated that in the lead up to the 2024 elections, she was approached by Mr. Jacob Imua, who requested that she makes financial contribution towards political activities. She explained that, considering the politically influenced challenge within the petroleum industry, she agreed to support the request. Ms. Ajiman stated that Mr. Imua provided her with a bank account number in the name of Wendy Newman, into which she made monthly payments. She confirmed that all payments reflected in Wendy Newman's UBA account were made by her on behalf of First Gas and Band Energy. She disclosed that in 2023, Mr. Imua contacted her by phone and requested financial support for a political campaign. she agreed and contributed a total of 2 million Ghana cedis. Tete Ghana's 20 billion NOE at the moment of the campaign. She agreed and contributed to a total of 2 million Ghana cedis, stating that although Mr. Mwa was not a known political candidate, she chose to support his request. She indicated that Mr. Mwa provided a bank account in the name of Wendy Newman, into which she made the deposit at her own discretion using accounts belonging to both First Gas and Band Energy. Inti, Miss Jumo and so by and also, oh, medium or and I'm going to say, you can campaign, the NPP for Beso Muwini Abano. Into ono, Mr. Jumo, a friend, Mr. Mwa, a friend, said, Miss Jumo, Usika way, yajeje, Baumia also Winnie, Mustafa, and the deputy, Perry, and Amam instructions. Enti mama ni se obo we de beboa ama MPP atenaso se ne be ya de ekoso report MP ne ye betuma akoso mana akoso enti ono so yi ni bottom sika the two companies okabomu and oyi Ghana sika 20 billion old Ghana so monje na mo fan support ba omia no on win elections. Miss Jomo Miss Jomo Ajimambedu. Ono so yi di bottom sika 20 billion old Ghana say omo fanko support ba omiana owini na MPP ntina so na Mustafa Hamid enda ho ntina NPA na dwumadie bia omu di no NPA no enkoso. This is what is happening in Ghana. I'm surprised that the OSP is left out all these people because these people are all accomplices. All of these people. Sika omu trading in illegal money. Yes. You are paying money directly into a private account to support a political activity. You are committing a crime. Yes. Because Nippon information on the man say, I am calling you in a capacity as the UPPF director at NPA, and that my boss is instructing me to tell you to pay monies into a private account to support a political party. You need to be in jail like 10 years. Yeah. You people are dangerous people. NPP. Now yanko enim. Team, are you with me? Stay with me. Don't go. Sika we nyina chire ba omianya 38%. Your pumpy we nyina gum. Your pumpy we nyina ba omianya 38%. Mahmoud ba obiara we kura besre. Now ma menchira ma de bi. Clement Kobi Tano. Clement Kobi Tano. CEO of La Clem Ghana Limited. Obia edi omu nyina ye ewu. They see them people NDC for them who say na near sponsor ba obi. Mati obia to obia wa be frame bia memfa, wa be taxi bia memfa whether MPP or NDC wa be taxi bia memfa me do me phone ma me do no. I mean do me phone kura na. Hey, team, if you want to send anything to me, send it to me on the system. Don't send it to me on any of the systems. Send it to me on the code one. Yes, me do no. Obia frame me va me can be the one the team the am say me can make. They say omunyina say ye. They say the NDC for the wo ye na na sheba omi achi mo. Now, Clement Kobi Tano, CEO of La Clem Ghana Limited. Clement Kobi Tano, the Chief Executive Officer of La Clem Ghana Limited, stated that the company was established in 2016 and duly licensed by the National Petroleum Authority in 2020 to distribute petroleum products to the general public. Into West Stadia, companies, majority of them are registered after 2017. All of them got their license after 2017. So you could see, say, when the NPP came into power, they actually issued Tampuli, or one crazy guy in Ghana, one of the most corrupt CEOs of NPA, Tampuli. Yeah. Sa Tampuli no nam Ghana no. Or a corrupt Obia. He started this registration of criminals as OMCs at a point. Or register one as Omobo Ghana Kape. Now we're writing off. No, I catch them say Omonko be new companies. Now a cutting in a beka. Manya scandal no ha. Yes, Tampuli. And a Tampuli went to Parliament to Cabrofu. Abrochenko them 30 years. Come for. So Peter Tampuli said then he started this nonsense at NPA from 2017. Ekufo de ne ko share wa o wie sika wie no so oko parliament because he knew that they were going to go after him. Into we no and handy over ma Mustafa and no kwashe parliament. Kwasia and original parliament the catch Ghana for say yan to abama MPP mo. Adia meye mo Ghana kuru di mu no. Now, Yanko Clement Dianuso, he indicated that he had known Jacob Amua for several years, stating that they first met at the Ministry of Energy and that he later became aware that Mr. Amua had joined the NPA, eventually assuming the role of the director of the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, that's the UPPF. According to Mr. Tano, in the lead up to the 2024 general elections, Jacob Amua approached him in his capacity as CEO and requested financial support from La Clem Ghana Limited to assist political parties during the election period. Somebody from NPA who was appointed by Boadu, whose boss is Mustafa Hamid, who was appointed by Boadu, comes to you and tells you that give me money to go and sponsor political parties. Now, Okasano say, Mr. Tando stated that Mr. Emwa subsequently provided a UBA account in the name of Wendy Newman, into which the support was to be paid. He emphasized that he did not personally know Wendy Newman, but confirmed that La Clem Ghana Limited made the payment into the account as directed by Mr. Emwa. Now, inti eye La Clem for Ensutu they did not state the amount they made. Yaba eye Ebenezer Lloyd Ishon, CEO of Summer Oil Company Limited. Summer oh summer. Father oh father. Summer oh summer. You do summer so Mr. Ishon. Obia Dimbeba. Obia, in fact, how many OMCs paid to NPA? My man here listed. We are on the list naturally. How many were they? Neba. Father oh father. Omuye omudos bruta. Na omuye 31 OMCs. Obunyina contributed to Baumia's. Hey, sorry, not 31, 36 OMCs. They all contributed to Baumia's campaign. Metre will be now, Ebenezer Lloyd Eshon, CEO of Summer Oil Company Limited. Ebenezer Lloyd Eshon, the CEO of Summer Oil Company Limited, reported to the OSP in the company of his lawyer that he brought Summer Oil Company from one Alhaji Sani in 2023 and started operation in January 2024. Hey, when put the 2024 year no started. He denied authorizing any payment of money to Jacob. During the interview, he admitted knowing Jacob Amwa, the UPPF coordinator. However, he later denied knowing him in his statement to the office. Investigations disclosed that Ebenezer Lloyd Eshon has been a shareholder and director of Summer Oil since the inception of the company, so his denial of any knowledge of the monies paid to Jacob could be factual. He is the CEO of the company, and no money could be taken out of the company's account without his knowledge and authorization. Summer Oil Company. Summer Oil paid 20. Besides, get the figure well. Is it 20,000 or 20 million? Mr. S, what are you reading on the screen? Mr. S, I'm not seeing the figure well. Are we saying they paid 20 million or 20,000? I need to get a figure right. That's why I'm asking. Mr. S, can you see it on the screen? I can't see it well. The Summer Oil paid, is it? They paid 20 million to Jacob Ewua through Wendy Newman's UB account with transaction descriptions such as consultancy fees, Summer Oil consultancy fees, Summer Oil and document document in an attempt to obscure the payee of the Summer Oil paid 20 million. Summer Oil paid 20 million new Ghana. Summer Oil. They paid 20 million. 20 million to Emua and Mustafa Hamid and Perry Mo. 20 million. Old Ghana citizens, no, almost saying 200 billion and 20 million. The company I attended 2023. Started Juma Andrew 1 year no. Yeah, the license almost started Juma January 2024. This company started officially January 2024, and old Ghana citizens almost 2 trillion. Ebenezer Lloyd Eshon, Summer Oil. Yamfasika we campaign. No, this is 200 billion. 200 billion old Ghana. All right, team. My team decided with them now they are doing something. Hey. All right, let's move on. Kojo Ejapon, General Manager of Landback Gas Company Limited. Landback Gas. You do Landback Gas, so almost contribution by no year. Almost supported by Umia campaign through NPA, through UPPF director. Emua. On 30 April 2025, Kojo Ejapon, the general manager of Landback Gas Ghana Company Limited, reported to the office of the company office on 30 April 2025. Kojo Ejapon, the general manager of Landback Gas Company Limited, reported to the office in the company of his lawyers. According to him, Jacob Emua reached out to him for financial help, but did not specify what he was going to use the money for. That Jacob instructed him to pay the money to Wendy Newman's account in UBA Landback Gas, therefore agreed and paid Jacob through Wendy's account. He admitted that the money was paid without any board resolution, and Landback Gas did receive any benefit from Jacob. He also added that the monies were voluntarily given to Jacob. Investigation revealed that Landback Gas paid a total of 1.4 million to Jacob through Wendy's UBA account. Into Landback Gas also 8 year 114 billion old Ghana cedis. Landback Gas 8 year 14 billion. Edema Mustafa Hamid Perry any Emua to sponsor NPP Mahamudu Bawumia's campaign. Now your Mr. Raphael Soyidi, Ultimate Grace Oil Company. You do so. Mr. Raphael Soyidi, Ultimate Grace Oil Company. Munyane no. Munyane Mr. Raphael Soyidi. I want to need munyane no. Soyidi, bra. What? Where's all? Ultimate Grace, you do almost. Ultimate Grace, Adum Arakwa, Aduma Ebuso, Ultimate Grace. Mr. Joyizi, I want to know your friend, Mr. Zivodi, Mr. Seyozi, bra, munyane no. On the 22nd of May 2025, Mr. Raphael Soyidi, Auneni, Chief Executive Officer of the Ultimate Grace Oil Company, reported at the office of the Special Prosecutor for a scheduled interview regarding the ongoing UPFF NPA corruption investigations. He was accompanied by legal counsel. Upon arrival, Mr. Sayodi was formally arrested and his rights were read to him by authorized officers. He introduced himself as one of the directors and shareholders of Ultimate Grace Oil Company. He clarified that Although the company is registered with the Registrar of Companies, it is not licensed by NPA to lift petroleum products. Instead, the company functions as a broker between oil marketing companies and bulk distribution companies. Into the company, there are so many licenses. No more a connection. I want to avoid a connection. Mr. Jawudi, Mr. Sawudi say only the company no. Ultimate Grace no. How many licenses are how many tam oil and how many left oil echo as OMC. Mom de omo say omo connection for you from brokers connection man for omo OMCs any bulk distributors omo no share 50 oh Jack ediaba into we so need the obeji we akọ and the amount 10,000 no am 2,000 why into we send scan out there ono a connection man I want to know a connection man now oya den yanjudwom. Mr. Sawozi stated that he knows Mr. Bright Ayeno of Brightnor Company, which acts as one of Ultimate Grace's third-party intermediaries for sourcing petroleum products. Now, into I'm going to need also no any license, no connection or a connection man. Into no security or no the OMCs, any BDs or Shenfifi and or connection. I want to afford there. Connection I odi be about to ebe ma ka we ni we be ko only license no do to chero awon ni we dey no points getting or dem I connection man for now you hwe another awon ni Mr. Levy Komi Amega awon afo we omoni briska awon afo ono so ye Right Gas DG Lex Investment and Magnify Petrol awon afo all right. You do want to follow so points in Gua, Obutu Kotiesika Baumia. Your woman, most uncle for ever to be at. Mr. Levy Komi Amega. Ono NAE, the CEO of Right Gas, DG Lex Investment, and Magnify Petroleum. Now, on the 23rd of April, on the friend. Upon arrival, Mr. Amega was placed under formal arrest as the entities under his management were identified as suspects. His rights were read to him. Mr. Amega introduced himself as the managing director of all three companies, which he stated are duly licensed by NPA to operate in the petroleum distribution sector. He confirmed that he knows Jacob Komina Imwa and recounted that in 2023, while Mr. Imwa was serving as UPPF coordinator, he visited Mr. Imwa at the company's Mayman premises and requested financial support for a political campaign. Mr. Imwa subsequently provided bank account details in the name of Wendy Newman for the deposits of the funds. Inti also say Mr. Amega stated that his companies agreed to support the request and made a transfer of 500,000 to Wendy Newman's account. He clarified that he did not know the political party the funds were intended to support and that he does not consider Mr. Imwa a politician. Osi onosine companies ni nyina keka bomu omunya tetegana skano 5 billion. And Mr. Dien, Mr. Imwa say on fanko support to MPP. Omo say omunim the political party omo bodam. They are lying. They know. They were the ones supporting Baumia. They were pumping. Sika we nyina ekyire Baumia nya 38%. Yanko enim, yebe kan obi ade ansa ne akoda. Lawrence Yaudonko, operations manager, Crown Petroleum Ghana Limited. Munyane no, fast. Say Donko, yabo di o. Mr. Donko, yabo di na sorry, menya unsa wada. Putu that sorry. Ne yere friend Donko, yabo di o Donko sorry, ne yabo di ke tell about di. Ai mi pra me ho. Donko peja omu. Ya unsa menya unsa wada. Peja omu ne yabo di. Mon friend Mr. Donko mra say yabo di. Mr. Lawrence Yaudonko, the slave. Operations manager, Crown Petroleum Ghana Limited. It is time for the slave, Donko per points, Donko per points. Blah, 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 to second paragraph. Mr. Donko identified himself as operations manager, a position he has held since joining the company in 2007. He stated that Crown Petroleum is owned by Mr. Charles Yao Krap Donko, who served as chief executive officer. He confirmed knowing Jacob Komina Imwa, whom he described as his former supervisor during Mr. Mwa's previous employment at Crown Petroleum. Into Mr. Mwa, na oye juma Crown Petroleum. Into omo de omo dada, now a supervisor crowd ho. Don't go sorry. Now he also noted that although he does not know Wendy Newman personally, he sees her name appear on several debit notes addressed to the company. When presented with documentation evidencing a 180,000 payment from Crown Petroleum accounts to Wendy UBA, accounts on the 10th of May 2023, Mr. Donko stated he could not recall the transaction and requested time to review the company financial records. He was permitted to do so later and later submitted a written statement. Mr. Donko got na hono and I say, oh, on the only Mr. Mwa, no ye juma crow Crown Petroleum, no supervisor. Na then say obusu tia a year sika poly 1 of 18 billion old Ghana cedis and omutia ye. Now see ono nankasa na so o check here mame hwe. O see sika omutia na an omutia 180,000. O see omutia 18 billion old Ghana. Na a year sika no on kai inti ono okofie no obetro paper so dia blob. Don't go beso use na adwene. Don't go ebeso use na adwene. Now, during a follow-up interview on 24th April 2025, Mr. Donko confirmed the payment, cited company records. He explained that he had received a telephone call from Mr. Jacob Imwa, who requested financial assistance for a political campaign and subsequently sent Wendy Newman's account detail for a transfer. Mr. Donko proceeded with the transaction after consulting the company's director. He stated that he was not aware of the political party the funds were intended to support. Mr. Donko provided a supplementary written statement which has been duly recorded in the case docket. Into Donko, almost say, oh, omutia na no munim political party edi sikare ko bom. Omu gina poa. Enti petroleum company we are your friend Crown Petroleum so tiaye to support Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign. We anya movie o. A Gani. Now, okay. Bright Bediako Mensa, CEO of Kings Energy Limited. Munyana no. Bright Bediako menene wiye da ho. Bediako ye wiye Bediako. Ye wiye Bediako. Okay. Which company is this? Yes. Director of Kings Energy Limited, Care Logistics and Propnet Limited. Go for which omutia we mono so no say blah 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 ye pe figure no. De omutia 750,000 Ghana. 750,000 to Ghana is 75 750 750,000 Ghana to Ghana is 17 billion and then omutia ye say yan fan ko support ba Umia company near friend no eye Care Logistics Limited, Propnet Limited, eye Kings Energy Limited. Director of Kings Energy Limited Nidin Ede eye Kweku Abuaje Akwa. We mu nyina tia just say makanya mabre we mu tia 750,000 omutia se fan ko ba Umia 7.5 billion old Ghana cedis. Utia 7.5 billion. That company we papa no Mr. Edian Kweku Abuaje Akwa. Onu so ma 7.5 billion old Ghana. Yan fan ko support ba Umia campaign. Now ma mention my dear. You see where am I? Okay. Now ma mention companies are omutia sika we nyina. Omu 36. Now here there. Appendix list of OMCs that paid money into Wendy Newman's account. 36 companies. 36 companies. They all paid money to Bawumia's campaign. They gave a NPA money through a Mua or Mustafa Hamid the instructor no on a Perry Okujato. They gave them the instruction say bring this money and we are using the money to support Bawumia's campaign. These are the companies, 36 companies. Anandale Logistics, 3.7 million Ghana cedis. Mobic Energy, 3.1 million Ghana cedis. Sama Oil Company, Sama Oil, 20 million. Sama. Sama Oil Company Limited, 20 million Ghana cedis. GB Oil, 765,000 Ghana. Imperial Link Services, 113,000 Ghana. Band Energy, 120,000 Ghana. Corporate Pay Collection, 50,000. Delta Energy Limited, 80,000. First Gas Company Limited, 3.4 million Ghana cedis. Star Oil, Star Oil, 5.1 million Ghana cedis. Raz Oil Company Limited, 90,000 Ghana. Crown Petroleum, 180,000 Ghana. Yas Petroleum Company Limited, 14.2 million Ghana cedis. Indulgence Concept Enterprise, 9,000. Indulgence 9,000 per dia. Indulgence vote 9,400 Ghana. Indulgence Munika Pre. King's Pep Oil Limited, 1.5 million. La Clem Ghana Limited, 3.4 million. Lambak Gas Limited, 1.4 million. Lex Investment Limited, 420,000. Magnify Petroleum Limited, 60,000. Manba Gas Limited, 280,000. Mijin Jace, where the India for MHJNJJ Excel, Omutia 200,000. Nagdat, Etia 1.9 million. Desert Oil Ghana Limited, Etia 200,000. Kel Logistics, 350,000. Quantum Petroleum Limited, 400,000. Wilmans, Etia 400,000. Wright Gas Company Limited, 60,000. Raz Oil Limited, 20,000. JC Vantage Limited, Radiance, 280,000. JC Vantage Limited, 280,000. CMC Creative Limited, 40,000. Your company says CD Low Price Masters, 55,000. I mean for the rest in intro. OMC best OSP best this CM boy, but didn't have better mo. Me infobia on channel. Now the rest no omunie. CD Low Price Masters, 55,000. Francis Free Mind. Free Mind. What oil company? Francis Free Mind so etia 26 Free Mind. So oil company on can't pa. Francis Free Mind etia 26,000 Ghana cedis. Ultra Max Ventures 14,000 Ghana cedis. Asiedak Enterprise 3,000 Ghana cedis. Lucky Oil Company Limited 15,000 Ghana cedis. Medax Extra Mile Petroleum 24,000 Ghana cedis. In all 62.8 million. In all, no, Sika NPA through Mustafa Hamid, through the UPPF director, through Perry, the amount of money that they took was almost 70 million Ghana. What about the Ghana is coming saying? Besides, should we do the cash outflow from the accounts? Should we do that? The monies that were taken out of the accounts, some people were taking their shares. So in short, in total, no, about almost 63 million Ghana cedis, and they could do Mustafa Hamid, Perry Okujato, per the statement, no, and a Papana or UPFF director, no, they took this money to support Mahamudu Bawumia's campaign. $62 million. To be kind of old Ghana citizen. The OSP hate all these things from you. The funny thing is, Ochina, I will show you. They are vital people. The OSP has sidelined. On person the prosecution. So the question to OSP is, why has he sidelined some people? Because you see, Okay. Should we do this one? Okay. So my team say me fa bi nkyerɛ mo. When sa account na nobody gi sika no. Now, yan kyerɛ sika a omu yi free account nim. The amount of money that omu withdraw free account nim. Why na air withdraw sika a free sa account nim. Now let me show you. Team. All right. Now let me put this on the screen. I'm my own kind with me. You see this? This is cash outflows from the accounts. Sika. No more cash out. Now, Zido Enterprise at the year Zido. Omu yi 594,000 Ghana cedis. Omu yi saskano. Zido for ena yachro check mom ko yi free accounts nim. Zido Enterprise. They took 594,000. Na Zido no sa sika no omu ko ye den. E di adwuma na omu ye yom ko yi sa sika ni free sa accounts nim. Sopra Track Company Limited, 1.5 million. They also withdrew that money from the account. Amount for a year money laundering in Ghana, They are doing serious money laundering and they are using state agencies. Anjiquat Company Limited, almost 32,000. Sorry, 32 million every sa account in 32 million. Anjiquat Company Limited, almost 32 million every account in Care Logistics, 29 million. And free account in him. Yeah. And Jiquat for Ekoyi 32 million. Yes, that free straw. Zido Ekoyi 594,000. Super Track Ekoyi 1.5 million. And Jiquat Ekoyi 32 million. Care Logistics Ekoyi 29.7 million. Kings Energy Ekoyi 24.4 million. Zonda Tech Ekoyi 450,000. Zonda Tech company in Ghana no. Omukoyi 450,000. Arcgate Developers Limited Omukoyi 2.3 million. Clifton Homes Omukoyi 9.6 million. Jubilee Brothers Limited 163 million. Propsnet Limited 200,000. The Monarch Omusu Ekoyi 2.2 million Ghana cedis. Starting Point Consult 2 million Ghana cedis. Payment of property 4.4 million. Payment of property 4.4 million. Purchase of building materials 778,000. Omukoyi 4.4 million to purchase properties. And omuyi 778,000 to buy materials for a building for construction, building materials 778,000. Payment of apartment documentations 47,000. Payment of materials 100,000. Payment of goods 34 million. Payment of goods 34 million. Payment of materials 100,000. Purchase of building materials 678,000. Purchase of goods 165,000. Payment of building materials 215,000. Purchase of land 195,000. Documents. 576,000. A total of how much? Mr. S. The total, Mr. S. Do you want to? It is a opesa otiasia. Sa Wendy account no. Sika na ewom no na adults change 68 million Ghana cedis. Now when you do the calculation, sa sika we are withdraw free account in no. It was about 147 million and withdraw free accounts with 147 million. Mr. S, in fact, to make things easy, Mr. S, where did my document go? I want to see something. So it means that when the UBA account, in fact, we need to question these banks. You see, the banks are the ones enabling these politicians to steal from us. Now, maybe I did not complete a year the payment. I have the second part here. This is the second part. My friend will say 147 million. That is the amount that they withdrew from that account. Now see, this is the rest of the payment. A cash now free account. Payment of property. Starting point consulting. Sorry, I've something covered it. Starting point consulting. They paid. Besides, get to the starting point. I don't know where you do this thing. Let me know how much starting point consultant they paid, because this thing is covering it. I saw it there. Now, payment of property being 4.4 million. Purchase of building 770. In total, in the chassis document 147.4 million cedis and we free accounting him. Yeah. So it means to say there was so much money in the accounts. 147.4 million Ghana cedis and then it was accounting him. OMC is almost 63 million and a two. It's 63 million every 147 more. How much was in the accounts? We OMC this can free more. So this is an accountant, a mere NPA worker, and you want to tell me, say the UBA bank, the manager at UBA bank, 147.74 million cedis egu nipa baako account. This kind of transaction going in and coming, you people did not tell the FIC. You could not raise any red flag. And the whole bank as UBA, you sat there and say, we need to start jailing bank managers in Ghana. Majority of them, they are the ones enabling money laundering in Ghana. How can you do this in America? That a whole bank would look on for somebody to be transferring all this amount of money and withdrawing this amount of money in one bank, and the bank does not raise any red flag. It means the manager of the bank, they need to be arrested. When politicians steal from us, they connive with banks. When they are doing money laundering in Ghana, the banks enable politicians to steal from us. A dear bank manager is reasonable. Or better now, I catch you say, you are pushing this amount of money. When you take out the 62 million OMC accounts, that means the accounts will not 84 million. Who owns the account? So when the bank sits to analyze accounts in the banker, you ask yourself, who owns this account? What work does this person do? What does the person do? Now a bank sits there and they enable these things, because banks, they pay them money for them to help them launder money, for them to help them steal. Because the bank can't say all these monies are going through the bank and you never raised any red flag that something is happening. You people at UBA, the manager at UBA needs to be questioned. The people in charge of the accounts, because these kinds of accounts, are more personal bankers. And whoever was the personal banker to Wendy, because so far we know that about account belongs to Wendy. That personal banker is a criminal. That person needs to go to jail. and I will find a personal banker and I'll put his face on TV. I will find that personal banker myself. I have a lot of leads and a lot of documents. Sa personal banker na UBA way na on a handle account we know. I'll bring the manager's face and I'll bring the personal banker's face. They are not people we can rely on. The Bank of Ghana should be listening to these things. UBA. Every criminal activity be a behuno Ghana biano, politician be chini biano, UBA diwum. UBA there, we recrado, they will help you. They will not raise any issues. As far as you are stealing money and bringing, because this is pure money laundering. This is money laundering. And UBA sits there and they just laugh at it because the managers are making millions out of us. The Security and Exchange Commission. You sit there and these things are all happening. In fact, say a cheap politician, a particular bank was the one holding these money, sir. That bank needs to be closed down. Because unless you want to tell me there are no regulations in the banking sector, unless you want to tell me in Ghana, the banks don't have regulations. And the Bank of Ghana governor should take this. He needs to take this advice. The banks are supposed to be held accountable when it comes to money laundering. Because we see managers of banks in Ghana aiding politicians, aiding people, stealing from us. Because you can't tell me that this amount of money is going through your bank and you don't want to question who is withdrawing and who is depositing. Are you people crazy? UBA. I have something on UBA. In fact, I wanted to show you guys today. Where is it? I know it's owned by a Nigerian. I know. Before we came on air, we did some work. We've been doing some work on them for about 3 years now. Now, 147 million. 147.4 million. No? O de ba a year. 147 million new Ghana. No? O de call old Ghana ni ma. A year 14.7 trillion. Tie. 147.4 million cedis na da sa account ni no. New Ghana 147 million. O de ba old Ghana skanuma. A 14.7 trillion old Ghana cedis. And a bank operating in Ghana. A bank operating in Ghana will be at deposit 14.7 trillion old Ghana and you never raise any red flag. Then do that bank, you're complicit. UBA is complicit in this whole thing. And we started doing some work. You see, we are doing some external work on UBA. And it's so interesting, say, in the part 2 of this story, which is to a lot of things in Ghana. The reason why I am doing this today is because, you see, the NPP for Omujina Parliament take us in they are all criminals. They are part of this scam. Yeah. All the people are Omujina Parliament debate NPP for no Omujina Nyaska Webi. Mustafa Hamid paid all of them. Everybody took some of this money. Now, so when you do the comparison between Sika a year na ewa accounting, which is 147 million. Now they compare the amount. Now they compare the amount the OMCs. The amount the OMCs paid. You see? Do the calculation and see. The one on my right, the amount the OMCs paid, 62.8 million into the account. And the amount of money that was withdrawn from the account is 147.4 million. Now, when you do the math, it means so we a year OMCs for the second in free account anymore. It means to say a year about let me get this right. The difference is about 84 million. The difference is about 84 million. So the account itself, you know, now over 80 million Ghana cedis sitting in it. Where did he get that money from? Where did Wendy get that money from? See the amount the OMCs pumped in, 62 million. And see the amount that was in the account, 147 million in free account. And he said 147 million, a gum krana, so we 62 million if free more. You have over 80 million, about 84 million sitting in that account at UBA. And UBA did not raise any red flag. They made this account sit there and then they were doing business using the bank to launder money. How can we trust some of these banks? How? How did we get here? Ochina, we are going to be back Ochina, and Ochina part 2. Ochina your findings, you know. We be read the findings in natural, you'll be shocked. I will read the findings. Now I tell the reason why special prosecutor decided said nipe bi wo ha on prosecute yomo. It after that, you know, we will question the special prosecutor. Why this person is out? Why this person is out? In fact, the special prosecutor, I mean, can be binche wansana mako. We there, munko busano. Last, we catch him say, the special prosecutor, right? Last, we catch him say, the special prosecutor, ne yire, yebeto about 2024, he moved his wife and his kids to South Africa. The special prosecutor, yebeto abano. He relocated Neyere and Nemba to South Africa as I speak. Special prosecutor Aya Kisie Jabe Neyere at South Africa. Special prosecutor Ayere at South Africa like a queen. Now him the ya woman na mamen kan kire no mumusano. Our 2 OSP workers. Our 2 officers are OSP's office. He has moved those 2 ladies to South Africa to go and serve his wife. He said, "I've been watching a power to make us a meboa. Maybe girls need you. Or the girls in the pictures by Chiremo. As we speak, Kisie Jabin's wife lives in South Africa, right? Kisie Jabin and the 2 officers from the OSP's office we relocate almost any amenity and almost some ameno negreno in South Africa. Let me mention the names. The names of these 2 ladies, Evelyn Ama Efriba Dennis. She's in South Africa as we speak. Evelyn Ama Efriba Dennis, or South Africa. OSP, Oyejuma OSP office, OSP, a move on South Africa. They are serving her. Second person, Spendilove Brobe. These are 2 ladies who are living with Kisie Jaben's wife in South Africa. Because I'm lying. Because we're checking videos and pictures. There are 2 officers at Omufri Special Prosecutor's office. They are on the payroll of the special prosecutor. They are not in Ghana. They are in South Africa. The Ghana Immigration Service can check on their system. Those ladies, they have exited Ghana and their final destination is South Africa as I speak. The Foreign Affairs Minister can check from a Ghana Airport Company, the Immigration Service. They will know that these 2 girls exited Ghana and their final destination is South Africa. They can check from the South African Embassy, the Ghana Consulate in South Africa, that these 2 ladies, say South Africa, South Africa, they are living with Kisie Jaben's wife. They are being paid by the taxpayer. Their names, Evelyn Ama Efriba Dennis. Secondly, Spendilove Brobe. These 2 ladies, they are living with Kisie Jaben's wife. Tomorrow, I will come back. I can't just Kisie Jaben voluntarily resign, step down, and save the little that is left.
When you be no ni makoko enti akoko ni asui menti ase wo ye papa menti ase enti be de no matima handle akoko yi o ti ase na abani sei na mu
problem when pipi mu problem ankasa when pipi mu a che say some people for ankasa I think say they know na deɛ ya ne sɛ wagimi na yɛ nyina yɛ gimi ne yɛhu de obɛtu yɛ nyina afo sɛ yɛ gimi ɛne ne problem no. That is the biggest problem in the NPP. Say yɛ nyina yɛ gimi ne anim sɛ yɛ gimi ne ɛbɛde ne ehu obi onim nyansa bɛtu afo sɛ yɛ gimi nti ayɛ mu nyina gimi. This is a whole regional communications director. Look at us. Then odi akwa we adwene ebe compare Ashanti regional minister. Hweku sie we. Enti we ede na wo ka we hu agana ni na adwene ye adwuma. Abrantia baba wa. Or person wo ka bibi chene convincing say o metuma pipi. De na bema obi asori. Obehu se we gimi. Obehu se ma adwene wo fom. Hwe se edi matama enye se time mu. Aya ne ye ka mu nyansasam. The fooling is getting out. Akwa we. I'm sorry, we didn't waste through. They said, why have full blown Jimmy? Paul Jando said, Paul, the event saying, Paul Yando. They said, why have full blown Jimmy? Alternative is because you see, I'm a cartoon team, or the one serial, or the other baby, with the way Jimmy, intervention team, and debt into on your position, we are not a ton of Jimmy. I deal with a whole political party. Asuma kusi se, Kotna radio, so can you ask some Magana Asante mine. Na we ewia de ketekete na otumfo ebie radio say ma mentie abebie we na mentie kusia na apofi we say ebia me nananom ebi mesua nyansen free de ma omko position na otumfo ko bie ni radio na ni TV a ne nana muntwer panyini ade tuofo dwene abetena TV so hwese ne ye oye de na party ya kono enti ade se mu nyina agimi eno mo nhye da hu obi a onim nyansa beka se agimi ntimo mo obi ntu afumfiri gimi nim enti de bia no mo ku gimi nim. Listen, ye start enya enkukọ wo fie efie ban na wakoto se teacher ni tima o chen se de enyan enkukọ 10 5 7 8 efie ban mu just say I just say a natural. And you see that brand here way or study say o gimi no na adwin say a temporal na adwin say ebia a temporal fooling na adwin say a temporal comedy na adwin say we de ebia osaye na eduru na or the Friday ebia champion fiefre muti na ebia enra de no ojimi. It looks like it is becoming a habit. It becoming consistently. He is becoming a foolish I just say Jimiemu autocratic Jimie. I just say foolishly autocratic. Enti se Ghana ni bi tuona ni sika sheye and the kufuado. Ne juma seye and the kufuado. Bogabi na sebio ne juma bi o Ghana ena ni the sika nyina sheye. Obi DDEP eche na ne papa pension sika ye gi ya ne papa wuye. Obi a na oye nurse ni a 2017-18 owie nursing training college. Otena fia to 2024 sele onye adwuma nye. Obi o eti na ade we na wo kama nipa na de tumi amawo. Ye Jimmy.
Go school 3 weeks, 5 years.
There's a problem with the NPP. And then Ashanti regional minister odi omo ho agro because ohun say omo level of intelligence ne wo form. So sorry na oti omo radio so Kumasi a aya na eye ne sere. And that young guy, he understands. So Asantini onyini wa Asantimemu, onima Asantifo mo Jimmy, elo onima Asantifo mo nimu nyansa. And he knows the reasonable ones are the ones who are helping him to develop Ashanti region. And you see people like these, there are thousands of them. I'm telling you, radio so much MPP for. So at this point, what are you preaching? I understand. I'm just saying 1996, 1992 politics, you know, and away the Ofria, and away the away. That be, you need to be more intellectually sound. You need to, you see, politics. As I said, Jehovah Witness, Vujuma, a senka. You want sorry, baby. I want to gum some kopenipa. One sen can sign na okwa senkano. How are you able to touch people's heart? Because I got to say, Rantia 10, etibiase. Now kuta Bible. Na omunim dia odeba. Na sebi ododo amuti duara se empeso mobeti wasem. You need to devise a plan to be able to sit with them. And after that, convince them and see wow for them to have that will to follow you to church and see wow to be consistent in coming to that church. It is not just like Wabetina radio so Jimmy eteta MOB wusa o de hu ani kan o de why say abebie o de why say kusie o de okasa ni esre dabio. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond amanfo dwen sem hu ani kan my sentohwe enkofo di bitiri hu agro sentohwe a ye yi hu intermediate dabio. This is serious business. Enti mu yi enkofo tiri akotwo he ni tiri hu sentohwe. Ni tiri hu sadagati ni ntohwe hu et TV so keka nkwasi asem ye yi ni ntohwe hu tete hwe obema ti sentohwe. Tilemo Sangra, Tilemo, I'm young for I mean, you want for you, a gentle, Omunium, and a gentle. To be sad, Tilemo, I was Mamma said, one away. Mamma said, I mean, you, Mamma said, and then my boys because someone trying to send me, Mamma said, I send this old baby near whom Mamma said, why, oh, Mamma said, why, I'll come in you there. All right, let me take our business. Mamma said, I mean, you now, you see, I come to TV so a defend the jantra. Just I don't know, just say, Mammy, team. And they be sure that the answer that you be before be sure now you're making kind of tea. I said that the person have me too much. And I just say, yes, I come to Metro TV na old defend the jantra. Just say, I'll say I President Mahama, and making sure say a jantra for Bagana dodo and or your research or bois or your research be or bois or quoi jantra chen be a Mr. B. Sa kwa no betina TV so e ka kire mo say ai President Mahama se si ade ya jantra fo no o ma doso nti o ma nani nko ho na o mo ntena se oboa akwa ne boa me say akwa no okọ jantra chen obia onim bibia onya research bia wana ya jantra for research for Ghana. Mr. B, give me the video. Why na ti Ghana why jantra for research? Why na ti Ghana yes o ti Ghana wasora no pa woni animu we na onya researcher. Onya research bia na time na oka asem no ohun se guest other guest no any host na hu se da bi akwa pajantra intesi ano okwa akwhye bibia your friend oh we did a research and that we came to that realization say you know what there are so many prostitutes in Ghana oboa okọ jantra papa akwa we ni jantra ho oni baby jantra ni bia ho. You see these people they play on your conscience. Me say, a jantra na wakwa. You say wakonya babasoni ade didi bi na say or advocate. He's advocating for a local made jantra. And
as we look at LGBTQI+, the government should also focus
a jantra advocates. Hey, mo you should suit to Ghana monkey suit. When you be mananya problems and you are advocating for jantra. Mo. Sa jantra from Namkwa akwa we no omo beating the girls na beating no dodo nya Nigeria for Ghana for a omakosia ye ne ye wo street so ansa na wo ba masa ye ne wo street so ansa na wo ba be be jantra na minima ha wo nim street so nchen ye ena wa be ye say de wo na unim jantra for ye ka se ebie full lines amanfo de jantra for ho dance ya ka wo betu aka bi mia wa no da be na start call jantra for nchen. Da ben na start say o ne jantra for ye namfo unim jantra for suban wo de na unim fa jantra ho na nse a start call jantra bi bibi kakra so kire wo no and now we are advocating for jantra lives matter. I'm at TV so I should sit on a particular about to part and I talk to them and when I go to Osu when I say a whole population war research ben why research ben why unim jantra for che ubia obeya ho say what they say na call jantra unim jantra mu chan wan unim jantra mu chan wan e wo Ghana wo e ga se ebie phone lines ama boys e dia dance here unim jantra mu chan den e no abetana Prez Mahama and I dia dinner me jantra for research and when I go to them I talk to them they are from Nigeria and the girls like music local birds my men 90% of Ghana for me jantra Nigeria accent no because they don't want you to think it's only a Ghana for. Whoa, that better start your research. How are you now? We just want Omunina Santiforma, Incranforma, Infantiforma, Omunina homegrown beds. Unko Jantra and chair, brown one in some baby in Panaso, Galam say, corruption. Oh, dear, Jantra and Dawiniso. Papa, wepa. But girls not in the I get any inquiry and can phone quara a fantifon quara. I want to afford the temper jantra. A yes and to phone quara any a eco phone quara yes oga. Yeah, you won't take me go home now. What be your price now? And you be always why I says research Papa Bay. Look as ya no musia ni casano obi because so from Pataboom. No, but you know, yeah, brown patch out. You see, you ready here at the say because hey, the crowd of free supposed to be a Santini. Would you so Jimmy? But quite near Santini bar bompata. So if you bompata betran kan ebo jantra afi no meye me pa chew na sia de enwumre de de mentre mu ana na obeka che say eh wo de wano ate de ofri bekwaya na oju so wajimi ono so beka che oga now where how far now this evening everything fine oh you go fit handle I ono so chira so fi Nigeria akwa research unim bibia o started the jantra fochi why on so unim jantra mu hey maintain your level o unim jantra nchen kofo menka se me unim jantra nchen kofo amanfo unim jantra chen when your time on TV so ka asem no de hia jantra de ne letter o bible ekuta wo kenkan mu no why na enyina o bible nim say there are some jantra research publish your research so obviously e ka se wo nya jantra man publish the research and let us see which research na wo kan ho asem mama ya no ntia mo